Am I tripping? Why do you say
you are
that?
tripping because we live and direct? All right, go ahead.
I'll be live and direct.
We can keep it going. Ron's having technical
Where's
difficulties.
Ron at? I'm about to say.
Ron's having technical difficulties. I didn't want the chat to wait anymore. So we keep the conversation going.
L host
in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
But we can keep this conversation going. We have other topics to go to, but
saying L host is crazy. And just saying,
how does he get voted second best host on the network? That's the part that's crazy.
I have literally no
Everybody
idea.
trying to get a free suit from Ron.
L host. I don't know. We can wrap it up just briefly.
No,
okay, so how did they? Because I do actually want to talk about everything that just happened in the past week of basketball.
Yeah.
How is it that they can run how is it that they ran the offense through Willis Reed when there's years where Walt Frazier is attempting like 5, 6, 7 more shot attempts, getting to the free throw line much more frequently? Like, how are they running the offense through him?
Well, again, from what I understood, when I was schooled to it, they ran the offense through Willis Reed, and Willis Reed set up a lot of the guys too. In addition to him scoring, it wasn't just them running the offense through him with him just scoring the basketball. Nah, he was basically the point man in their attack. They throw it in and they basically play off of him. And they get shots off of him because Willis Reed at that time, offensively, he did garner a lot of attention. And in the process of him garnering a lot of attention, guys like Bill Bradley, Dave DeBusschere, they was able to play off of Willis Reed and get open shots. And that team was a team where the ball moved a lot, especially with the New York Knicks, especially in the late 60s, early 70s. That ball moved a lot. And those guys like who am I thinking about? I'm sorry, Walt Frazier. Guys like Walt Frazier, who was the point man. He took care of the basketball, and he got a lot of open shots through Willis Reed.
Okay, maybe we talking about two different, because I was more so talking about like early to mid 70s when they.
You're saying you're. I guess your question is. I thought the question was, how is it that we're running the offense through Willis Reed if Frazier's taking the most shots?
Right.
Because what that is, I think, is different because they're putting the ball. The whole point was get it into the big man. Then he decides what to do. Is he going to post up? Is he going to kick it back out? So I think in that offense, a lot of times he was kicking it back out, and Frazier was not afraid to shoot.
But from what I remember watching, it was a lot more. He might be right about the I was more so talking about the Walt Frazier, Earl Monroe backcourt, not necessarily Walt Frazier.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. He could be right with the early late 60s because I was watching more so 7. It's hard to find.
I don't want to interrupt y'all. Hey, Fluent, I don't know if you got a wrench. Block that fake ticket in the chat room, man. It's a fake somebody with a fake channel of mine stole my avatar and everything in the chat room down there.
What do you know what his name is?
Yeah, it's TICKETtv, but it's not me.
It's only one TICKETtv.
All right, I'll find him. I'll find him. Oh, there he is. I'm not turning on my camera. That guy.
Yeah, go ahead and block his ass. That's not even me.
Is it the person that said this? Just to confirm.
I wasn't even gonna say that. I was just sitting here chilling, and this is what clowns do. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not turning my camera on for jabronis.
Jabronis.
Nah.
That's ticket.
I haven't even said anything. This whole time you guys have been talking, I have been quiet. And it's funny that the whole crowd, they like to, say what they say, but it just goes to show you that, they on my nuts.
Oh, there you go. There you go. L. There you go.
Or L host says something and apologizes. Can we need to take a second. I know it's a basketball show, but we do need to take 1 second for DeMar Hamlin and just prayers up, brother. I hope he turns out okay. If everyone was watching the football game last night, that's all. I move on from that. There we go.
Absolutely. That was for sure a tragic moment. Definitely don't like to see anything like that in sports. We hope for a speedy recovery and, that he can get back to, his full capability soon. What's going on, Marz? How you living?
Fantastic.
Oh, Marz only turns on his camera for Ron. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wow. What's up? What did I miss? Did I miss anything good?
No. We kind of holding off on you. We trying to figure out. First of all, I heard. Pause. But first of all, I heard they're crazy.
Would you focus low? Focus low.
The craziest, ridiculous talk that you were having about LeBron being just as good as he was in 2013 right now, which is just ridiculous.
Nuts.
Ron.
Yo,
that is a ridiculous take, and he's playing amazing, but that's just.
I didn't hear it. What was the take?
He said that he doesn't believe there's no difference between this LeBron and 2013 LeBron.
Look,
no,
it's
better, Ron.
It's a difference. Look, it's a difference. He's obviously not as athletic. He's a couple steps slower. But with that being said, he's still top 10, 15 most athletic players in the NBA.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So that's not saying much.
Right.
But
no, that's saying a lot.
He was number one.
He was number one.
You clearly don't have to be athletic to run the NBA. So, but that's a whole nother conversation for those young dudes down there.
And then I would say he's defensively, he's not as locked in, and he doesn't make the defensive impact. Other than that, offensively, I'm looking at the same exact guy.
He's not
No, you're not.
I just want to be clear. Time out. So other than losing 2 steps, losing his athleticism, and not playing defense, he's the same dude as 2013.
I mean,
because that's what it sounded like.
The point I'm trying to make is LeBron is amazing right now. I really don't see no.
Say that, Ron, and we'll leave it right there.
No, because here's the point that I was making.
Okay.
I'm like, for LeBron to be out of your top 5 is crazy, and the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm saying this to say, I think when I look at him, he looks just as good as those years. So I'm saying if that's so, what does LeBron do that's not as fantastic as what he was doing back then?
Okay, hold.
His shooting numbers are down right now, but historically, as you know, if a player's in a slump, he's more than likely going to get back to his normal self.
He was shooting 40% in 2013.
Oh, hold on. But if you was watching the show, I said 2013. I left 2013 out of it. I said that was crazy. I said Heat LeBron was crazy. Okay. I was more so making a point saying that, but I'm not. Okay. I obviously know he's not as good as Heat LeBron, and I'll maybe take 2018 out of it.
Are you more saying that in the last 15 years, the drop off has been not as significant as we would have expected? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm saying the drop off it's not much. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, you're saying the same thing he just said. Okay.
Yeah, the drop off's not much. I think LeBron is. He's right there.
He's not the same shooter, not only from 3, but also from mid. He's just nowhere near, because he doesn't have the same first step. The playmaking, like the way he's able to like collapse defense, also isn't there either. And on top of that, the defense is just like not even remotely close to what he was doing in his prime. His peak, excuse me, not even close.
Ron had a couple years where he was really, really playing defense. Other than that, throughout his career, it's been LeBron hasn't been like
you picked his peak years. You picked 2011, 2012, 2013. I got you,
and I said other than those years, when it comes to defense, I don't see much of a difference. Offensively, he looks just as good as ever. The dude, that's just the era of basketball we're watching right now, and it could be that. But if that's the case, then everybody's better. If that's the case,
it's just the era of basketball.
It could be, but I mean, he averaging 28.5, and after last night, I'm pretty sure it went up over his career. What has he normally been averaging? What, 27? So you see what I'm saying? He's scoring at that same rate.
He started in an era that was like the slowest pace in years. That's how he started his career.
He averaged 30 during that era. He led the league in scoring.
Yeah, 1 year. He also had several years he was averaging 27 points.
Oh, well, he was averaging 27. Now he's averaging 30. I'm saying, like, he's putting up the same numbers. Rebounding looks the same. Assists have dropped off a bit, but other than that,
shooting has dropped off a bit. Defense has dropped off a bit.
Aren't you guys the ones who always adjust for pace and era? And
I do, and that's the reason why I'm not going to blindly compare
27 when they were averaging 95 a game and 30 when they're averaging 110. Doesn't it? I didn't do the math. Doesn't it work out to less?
It does. In my opinion, it does. Yeah. So that's the reason why I don't think it's the same. I'm not going to compare what he did in 2023 in contrast to what he was doing in 07, when I just know the pace is drastically different. It's drastically different. But hey, man, I hear you, Ron. Hey, man. Ron, you know what? I'll do one for you, man. I was wrong, man. He's top 20, man. How about that? Good for you.
That's why I had to come up. Look, I'm not even a LeBron caper like that, but that's why I had to push the agenda that I was pushing. LeBron looks amazing right now, and honestly, I don't think I can't see myself taking 5 players over LeBron right now. No way.
Yeah, you can.
Because and the reason being, because I can't see 5 other players coming to the Lakers and making them better than what they are right now with that team that he has. And keep in mind,
what are you talking about?
Keep in mind, I still think Bron's better than AD. AD's had a good run, but I still would take LeBron over AD. And keep in mind, also too, keep in mind,
wait.
Keep in mind,
you don't think if Luka or Jokic or KD, whoever your guy is on the Lakers, makes them better than what LeBron's doing in terms of wins?
No, not with that team. Not with AD not being there. No,
Jokic,
I don't think
does.
that's the case.
I got Jokic.
I mean, what is Jokic doing? What is Jokic? So Jokic is really a big playmaker, right? What is he doing with? No, listen to what I'm saying. What is he doing with Austin Reeves?
Have you seen him play? Are you seeing Reeves play?
Yes, Reeves is a good player, but I'm saying look at Jokic's crew and then look at LeBron's crew. You can't we're putting a lot of this based on his team because if they were winning, then everybody would be like, "Oh, Bron's top 5, Bron's this, Bron's that."
Well, Ron, look at the Nuggets last year.
I'm just looking at
Jokic isn't the type of player where you can say he's doing this because of the help he has around him.
All those guys was hurt last year. He took them to the playoffs.
48 wins.
Even that team last year was still better than the Lakers right now.
Minus 40, AD. If you're looking at how Monte Morris and Will Barton look without Jokic.
Look, Monte Morris is a better point guard than Dennis Schroeder and Patrick Beverly. One of the best ball like taking care of the ball. He's one of the best assist to turnover ratio guys in the league. So he takes care of the ball. He still can put the ball in the hole, and he's a competent point guard.
Even if you want to say that though, I mean that Denver was nearly a 51 team last year. They would definitely be a 500 ball club at worst this year. What are we talking about right now?
They'd be in
the Lakers would be a 500 ball club if Jokic on that team. Come on, Ron. Let's be honest.
Everybody up here agrees that Jokic on the Lakers would make them a competent team.
They'd be in the playoffs.
The question is better.
Better, yes, they'd be better.
I don't believe. What? Hold on, no. I said 5 people, so I can live with Jokic. I'm not going to argue or debate.
Giannis.
I'll give you Giannis.
Luka.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I really don't think so. I don't. He'd be doing the same thing LeBron's doing right now, getting great numbers, going crazy, and they will be losing. And we will be talking about empty stats saying Luka needs help.
We said Luka need help, but I don't know about
Luka does need help.
Yeah, he do need help. I don't know about 16 and 21 though. That's the problem, Ron. 16 and 21 is nasty. It's just a nasty.
Are you taking the Mavericks supporting cast over the Lakers supporting cast?
Yeah. I am, but not by. I'm not doing it
by 6 games.
I am.
Well, I mean, keep in mind too. Bron's missed some games. AD's missed some games. Russ has missed some games. So it's been a shuffle between all their top 3 players. So it's not like
let's just look at the last 13, 15 games since AD's been out and LeBron has been putting up these crazy numbers. They still have lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They still lost 9 out of the last 13, in the stretch that you're talking about where LeBron is putting up crazy numbers. So even in this stretch that's putting him in this conversation, they still have a losing record, Ron.
They won 3 of their last 4 games.
I think in the last part-time AD and a part-time Russ, I think is better than what Luka has in Dallas.
Oh, you counting that? I'm not counting that. Oh, wow.
Oh no.
In his last 10 games, James is averaging 34 a game, and they've won 3 of their last 4 games. But with that being said, if you take Luka and bring him over there, I mean, I don't think that's that much different, to be honest with you.
I don't see Luka changing it too much. I see Jokic.
I don't think it's that much different.
Changing it.
If Jokic,
hey, now Luka again. Get JD in here.
Oh, please don't. No, please don't. Also, Luka's not shooting 25% from 3 though. Luka's not shooting 25% from 3. Let's just keep that above.
What is he shooting? 33%?
Better than 25.
Okay, so that's also the point I'm making. I expect LeBron's 3-point percentage to go up as the year goes on. I'm not expecting LeBron to shoot.
Oh yeah, I'm expecting him to go from 25 to 28. Yeah, for sure.
25 to 28.
Not being nasty.
Yeah, that's nasty right there.
So I'm saying when his 3-point percentage goes up, then what?
Bro, we're
does he go from averaging 34 over the stretch with AD to what?
36, we're almost halfway through the year, Ron. He's gonna have to start shooting like 38-40% to really move the needle on it, bro.
Yeah, why would his shooting percentage just go up, Ron?
just because traditionally speaking, I'm just looking over his career span. If a dude has showed us that he shoots it at a 33% percentage over his career, over a long career, I'm expecting him to continuously do that. So if over the first 20 games of the year he shoots it at 10%, well, I'm expecting those numbers to eventually balance out.
And now LeBron is the only one.
LeBron is not playing to win games.
He's not.
Get it through your head. LeBron is not playing to win games. LeBron is playing to catch Kareem. That's his only goal right now. So yeah, I think there's 10 other players that can go to the Lakers who want to win, who would win more games because they would be focused on winning games. Come on, man. Keep it real.
But are those 10 players better than LeBron? That's the point I'm making.
Maybe not better.
I never put winning into this whole thing.
Would win more games with other players. And I said, yes, there's 5 other players that would win more games.
But when we talk when we talk about the top 10, one of the main reasons why James is the best player on the planet was he was the best. His team was the best team in the league too. On top of that, so it wasn't just the fact that James is playing outstanding for the last 9-10 years. His team was also a top 2 or top 3 team. That 2018 team, that was the only team that wasn't a top 3 seed in the
team. Is this team better than that 2018 team?
Well, but that's different though, Ron. And the reason why that's different is because James 2018 ain't James 2023. That's the different dude.
I get that, but then also what I'm saying is though, because this is one of the major points I'm making. Right. If the Lakers were winning, people would have LeBron top 3. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The fact that he has this, I understand that, but I'm saying the fact that he has this doo-doo team is the reason why people are,
shitting on him.
Ron. No, yes, they would. Yes, they would. Low.
Whoa. Stop right there. Hold on.
If the Lakers are the number 1 seed and LeBron's putting up 37-7, you're absolutely right. Everyone's going to call him a top 5 player. Absolutely, because winning matters.
You fight that low?
I'm talking with AD or without AD?
AD's not on the crew right now, but LeBron James got this. LeBron James has this current crew at the age that he had. Without AD, he's got this current crew as a top 3 seed right now. Are we talking about LeBron James as a top 5 player? The way he's been playing, absolutely, we are. No doubt about it. So winning does matter.
But the way that they would win, though, I would assume he would also just perform better. But the only reason why
that's why they're winning, Lo. For that reason right there, that's why they're winning, because he's performing better.
They beat the Hawks. I'm not really moved, but anyway, look, I thought you were talking about when AD was there, because like when AD was there.
No. What I'm saying is right now today, if their record today was 25-12 instead of what is it, 16-21,
16-21, yeah,
we're having that conversation. But it's not that I doubt that his numbers are better. It's the supporting cast that would have played better, and that's why they're winning games.
No, I think
that's the reality of it. His numbers would remain the same. It's everybody else, and defense, and all.
It's kind of funny.
What you got?
It's kind of funny. Your boy sits back, it's quiet, sipping a margarita right now, and I'm thinking about Chilltown because anytime I say something, Chilltown always has smoke. But Lowe said something, and Chilltown shut his Rudy Poole candy mouth. What? He shut his mouth. Lowe said one thing, and Chilltown had no response. Nobody peeped that. Chilltown just bowed down. Game over.
My God.
Chilltown, man, you losing it, bro. You not the same dude, man.
Did Lowe just not tell us? Did I not just dispute what Lowe just said just now?
No, about you. You was quiet. He said something, and you got quiet.
Did I not just say that if LeBron James, that if the Lakers, did I not just say if the Lakers was winning?
No. I'm talking. Lowe said to you that, bro, he beat the Hawks, and you shut up. You didn't say anything else. You put your pamper back on, and you closed your mouth, and you said nothing.
But if that was his last 3 wins, the Hawks, Orlando, and Charlotte. Right. Not moving me. Not moving me.
Let's be clear. Before that, he was putting up similar numbers, and they were 1-4, 1-5.
Well, the reason why I can't dispute that is because it ain't news. How about when AD was there? Who was they beating? San Antonio and Detroit. So I can't dispute that.
Because we all agree the Lakers stink.
You know who they lost to though?
And wait a minute.
Sacramento,
with
Boston.
LeBron, without LeBron, with LeBron, with
and I'm on record. And I'm on record. If I'm not mistaken, I'm on record with the talent that the Los Angeles Lakers have. Tone, who do I think the Lakers are?
The worst team in the NBA.
They're the worst team in the game. I believe that they're at the bottom of the league. They're the worst team in the game. With the talent level that they have, they are garbage.
Oh, okay. With the talent level that they have.
That was a good pickup ticket, man. I didn't peep that. That was good.
Yeah. Speaking of margaritas, I'll be right back.
Oh wow.
Marz, I would like to hear from you on the matter.
That was easy. That was your easiest work I ever seen, Lo. Because I never seen Chilltown just get shut completely down. My phone died and I fell out of open gym.
He wasn't lying. I can't put that out there. He wasn't lying. They beat the Hawks, garbage. Charlotte, garbage. Orlando, garbage. I can't fight that.
A win is a win. A win is a win.
No, a win is a win. But hey, don't tell me that Siakam is the top 3 player because he beat up on the Hawks, Charlotte, and Orlando. Though.
I can't fight that.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah.
Oh man, but also
you gotta take this.
This league is also Ron. This league is different, man. You know, this D-Book is putting up 71 points, man. This is not the same league.
You mean Book?
I mean,
you mean Mitchell?
D-Mitch put up 71 points, bro. This is not the same league, man. Luka had a 60-point triple-double. The true shooting is about as high as it's ever been. Free throw shooting is somehow higher as well. Like everything across the board offensively is just ridiculous right now.
Okay, so before we get into Donovan Mitchell's Monster Night, because you guys do see this title of the show, definitely got to talk about that. I actually want to ask you, Lo, since this league's different, and since you feel like the old LeBron was clearly hands down better than LeBron now, what would Bron of 2012, 2011 do right now? What would his numbers be?
Depending on the team, if you're on a team like Miami where he has another like ball handler like Wade, the numbers may not go up as much, but LeBron back then would probably average like a 30-point triple-double on elite level defense.
Right here on the Lakers right now.
A 30-point triple-double with elite level defense.
Okay.
And shooting splits of 55, 37, 77.
Didn't he do that in 13 with Dwayne Wade? I think he was 56, 40, and like almost
he would be doing
like
some
that.
crazy stuff.
So he was doing something like that when he was with Dwayne Wade. So
right. Somehow DeMar DeRozan is having like a crazy efficient season, and he's not even shooting threes. Like this league is just ridiculous, bro. It's different.
I think he shot 3 of them last night, and he made 1. But with that also being said, I mean, we talking about the mastery of Adam Silver. Adam Silver knew, moving away from David Stern, what's going to sell tickets? What's going to increase viewership? People want to see buckets, man. People want to see scoring. Unlike basketball purists like myself, like Ticket, where people that watch the game want to see a team that plays defense, not only a team that plays defense, how you maneuver through that defense and how you able to get buckets, right? People, all they care about today is, prime example, with Donovan Mitchell going for 71 last night. We ain't even talking about the fact that DeMar DeRozan had 44. That goes right over everybody.
And Klay had 54.
He had 54 last night.
Luka had like nearly a 37-point triple-double.
Not like 37, Low. Take it a step further than that. He almost went 40. I think he went 39, 12, and 11.
Yeah.
Right? We have 5 guys last night go 40 or better. 5 of them last night go 40 or better. So with that being said, I mean, we living in a different era. That's why I worry today that are we going to be looking in 20 years at the bucket getters from 10, 15 years ago, like we look at the all-around players. So guys like Carmelo Anthony, are we going to be looking at him like, yo, that dude was buckets, but he wasn't like Donovan Mitchell. That dude was buckets, but he wasn't like this dude. That dude was is that kind of conversation going to be had because of the?
I don't know, Marz. Is it?
The reason why I say that, Ox, is because of what we're seeing right now. Where we're seeing dudes going 40, we're seeing dudes going 45. So in 20 years, these numbers may still be continuing, and we might have conversations where we might have to listen to conversations where people go, you know, Carmelo Anthony wasn't really that nice of a scorer, and it's going to make me go nuts.
Right, Marz?
I can never imagine it. I can never imagine anybody saying that about Carmelo Anthony.
I hope not. I really hope not, because I'm not.
Marz, you said that right?
I've never said Carmelo wasn't that good of a scorer. I've questioned him as a player, but as a scorer, I've never questioned him.
But you don't. But I'm saying like, who better, D-Mitch or Melo's?
And that's why Katie said you shouldn't be talking basketball.
D-Mitch or Melo as a scorer?
I'm taking Carmelo.
Oh god,
you're taking Carmelo. Hold on.
Hold on, Ticket. Don't even go. Hold on, Ticket.
This man question Carmelo Anthony as a basketball player.
D-Mitch still has a lot of basketball left to play.
Hey, Marz, are you sure about that? Because you kind of look skeptical, like I'm taking Carmelo. Wait a minute. Let's get
I don't know why I'm the one being asked this question.
Because Carmelo
came after you.
About Zion, not about Carmelo Anthony.
Which one is it? Is he a better scorer or not? Yes or no,
Yeah,
Marz?
I'm taking Carmelo, yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Because I prefer the way Carmelo A could operate without the ball. B, he was much better in the mid-range in my estimation. And I haven't seen enough of Donovan Mitchell in his career yet to compare him to Carmelo.
Also, if he has like 5
we're
more
just talking
years
about Melo, right? We're just talking about
if Donovan Mitchell did what he's doing this year for another 7-8 years, I'd open up the conversation.
And we're just talking about Melo's scoring, correct?
29 a game. I think we're having a completely different conversation about Donovan Mitchell.
Not that he was a black hole.
Listen, let me ask my little sister something. Marz, what's your problem with Carmelo, man?
I don't have a problem with Carmelo.
No, I'm saying, but you said you had a problem with his. You said you had a problem with his game.
Oh yeah, I said I've questioned his all-around basketball game, never his scoring, but I've questioned him as a whole basketball player.
No, I'm saying right. No, I'll ask you. Like, what's your? Hold on. Well, that's my question to you. What's your beef? What's your beef with him? Like, what you mean when you say that?
He was a really bad defender. He was a terrible passer. He wasn't a very good playmaker. Outside of scoring, his best value, I'd say, was either spacing the floor or rebounding, and neither of them were bringing exceptional value. So outside of scoring, I just wasn't a huge fan of his total.
All right, let me ask you one question. When did you start watching Carmelo?
Well, since I was born in 2017, all I've seen is highlights.
I can't be on the show with a guy.
Okay, hold on, right? So Marz, so hold on, because I don't even want to scream on him. I'm a educatedly kick his ass. Now, you know, you got your little show footage, but the only footage you're gonna be seeing is this size 16 up the crack of your ass. Now, hold on one second.
Oh wow!
Now, you said all about Carmelo Anthony. First of all, you question his playmaking, which I think is ludicrous because Carmelo Anthony, as a rookie, as a freshman, led the Syracuse Orangemen to a national title before he came in the league. That's tough to do, to lead your team as a freshman to win a national championship. Then Carmelo Anthony came in the league in a tough Western Conference and made the playoffs off the bat. As a young rookie, made the playoffs. Regardless, he was the leader of that team, unquestioned. And that team was a continuous perennial playoff team in a tough Western Conference that had a prime Kevin Garnett, who could never get out the first round. They had Shaq, Kobe, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, a prime Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. All those dudes Carmelo was battling all those years. So Carmelo, realistically, let's just be honest, he didn't, because everybody talked about how weak the East was, he didn't have those benefits of going through the Eastern Conference. He was going against killers in the playoffs every single year. Every year he was battling killers in the Western Conference.
But what does that have to do with him not being a good all-around player?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
What does that have to do with him not being a very good all-around player? He's not a very good all-around player.
Hold on.
He wasn't a good passer in the NBA.
Hold on one second. As a leader of a team, not every player has. You can say, oh, you're not a good all-around player, but you can say that because you don't like one aspect of their game. But I'm telling you, in order to be a champion, which he was before he came in the NBA, he was a world champion, right? And then not only that, in order to lead a team in the NBA, in the pros, in the Western Conference at that time, which was a very tough conference with all those legends and Hall of Famers in their prime, that is not easy to do to lead. So you have to be somewhat of a good all-around player. It has to be more than scoring to be able to do what he was able to do in that Western Conference. I'm not saying he won a chip.
I disagree.
But like, what else did he do?
Since you asked Marz, I'll tell you. Since you asked Marz, I'll tell you. I started watching Carmelo's right the year before he went to Syracuse, and I watched him in Syracuse live, an hour from my house. And my issue with Carmelo for his career was he wasn't a willing passer. He was a ball stopper when it came to motion offense and moving the ball around. He wasn't a very good passer. He wasn't. How did J.R. Smith become 6 man a year with turnovers a game? His defense was suspect at times. At times, he was considered to be a black hole on offense. Scoring, hey, all the kudos in the world to him in scoring. I don't like Carmelo's game. I don't think he's a.
He won a lot of games. He won a lot of games to be a bad player. Can't do it for what you're saying.
Can't do it with him.
He won a lot.
We're not saying he's a bad player.
He won a lot of games. He won a no. I'm talking to Fluent. He won a lot of games in a tough Western Conference to be as for you to nitpick as many things you nitpick. When we can look through
those are big
a lot of great players. We can look through a lot of great players. We can look through a lot of great players in the history of basketball, and we can go at all their deficiencies as all-around players. So listen, just because you see one player, every player isn't built the same. No,
True.
I'm saying every player isn't built the same is what I'm saying. So you got some players that's great. Ray Allen wasn't an all-around great player. Nobody kills him for that.
But nobody doesn't put Ray Allen in the conversation.
No, Ray Allen in any top conversation of
nobody doesn't
player
do
in the
that,
NBA.
That's part of the reason.
Talk about. No, you're not hearing me. Listen. What conversation do they put Carmelo in?
Great scores.
Do you think
Right.
Carmelo Anthony's a top?
Right,
Wait,
right. So So you don't put Carmelo in that conversation, but you guys consistently got smoke for Melo. But Ray Allen was nowhere near. He was nowhere near that type of player either. But nobody never had smoke for him. And Ray Allen led his own team in Seattle, and he was one of the leaders of that Milwaukee Bucks team.
That's
These are facts, but nobody has a slander. Hold on, nobody has a slander
better than Ray Allen.
People think that Melo's better than Ray Allen, though.
That's why.
No. I'm saying no. Okay, now everybody's saying Melo's better than Ray Allen. Okay, cool, no problem. So what I'm saying is there are a lot of other players that's like Ray Allen in the history of the game, that's like Carmelo, who don't get the same smoke that these dudes give Carmelo, who are all-time great players. For example, they don't give T-Mac the same smoke they give Carmelo. You don't never hear them consistently. You don't never hear people consistently demolishing T-Mac the way they do Carmelo. They point Carmelo out.
That's because Melo was so good that Melo could have been an all-time great. He had the talent. Melo was.
He is an all-time great. Hold on. Let's stop that right there. When you're winning, hold
on.
Go ahead, Bob. Get it off right quick. Hold up, right quick.
Melo was as good as you say he is. I think Melo was a really good player.
Y'all love putting me on goddamn mute on this fucking channel, man. Y'all love that shit. That's bullshit.
Listen,
Hold on. If you gonna do that, keep that same goddamn energy. If you gonna do that, put all these other motherfuckers on me.
Listen,
Ticket. Bullshit out. No.
Ticket. All you do is scream over people. No, you didn't.
I shut my mouth for the first 30. I shut my mouth for the first 30 minutes and listen.
Right, and then when somebody talks, you talk. And when somebody talks, you talk over them. This is what the point I'm trying to make. A conversation works. You talk, I listen. I talk, you listen. That's the way that goes.
The same way you cut off Elder in y'all's debate, right? When Elder never cut you off, right? Go back and listen.
You do that shit all the time. You do that shit all the time.
Go back and listen.
You do that shit all the time.
I got that medicine for you. The same way you cut Elder off, because Elder was burning your ass up when they
He wasn't burning nothing. He wasn't burning nothing. No,
he burned the hole in your soul. You know it.
He did not burn
the hole in your soul.
So
you ain't never asked for that smoke again.
To rebuttal what you said. Ticket. Bob has something to rebuttal what you said. Can he rebuttal? Go ahead, Bob. Go ahead, Bob.
Hey, this like playing cards with my brother's kids, man. I'm off this shit, man. Y'all go ahead, Ticket. You got it.
Oh my God.
Hey, it is what it is. Listen, Playboy. All I'm saying is this.
Toddler, my nigga. It's like trying to do something with my son, nigga. You act like a fucking toddler.
Bro, ain't nobody your son, nigga. I'll beat your ass. What the fuck you talking about?
Nobody ass. You ain't beating nobody ass. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, host. Okay, God. Here we go. Look, if we gonna do PC boxing, we could do that. I would like to see y'all get down, but we talk about basketball on here.
Here we go.
Talk about basketball. Yo, Marz. Before I bring these two back up, how you feel about Donovan Mitchell scoring 71 points, and what do you think this does for like his case as being one of the top guards in the league?
I mean, Donovan Mitchell's been having a great season, 71 all-time scoring performance. I think that puts him 10 all-time in terms of most points in the game. He's taken a jump this season. He just looks overall like a better player, especially as a playmaker and passer. So he's got into that, is he the best shooting guard in the league territory? Like him, Devin Booker, Paul George, I guess. Those guys are like kind of battling it out now. But this game individually, what he was able to do, and the way they were down like 20, they came back. He missed the free throw on purpose, got the putback to force it into overtime. Like those type of things there. I don't know what's going on with everyone missing free throws and getting their own rebounds. That's been happening a lot recently. But those type of things there, it's like this is a memorable performance for someone who's on like an MVP caliber trajectory. He's not going to win it because too many other candidates, but he's taken another step, and I would say he's the best shooting guard in the league at this point.
Facts.
Yeah. I got him starting in the All-Star game.
For sure.
I got him starting in the All-Star game. No doubt about that.
Yeah, he has to start.
Yeah, I got him starting in the All-Star game. Plus, I think that he brings that wing scorer that they didn't have. And with him being that wing scorer that they didn't have, I think that solidifies Cleveland as a top 5 seed in the East, because they as a young crew, they were still missing that one thing, right? As Darius Garland, as good as he is, Evan Mobley ended up not taking the jump that I thought that he was going to take this season. Not only him, Jared Allen is still the rim protector that he is, no doubt about that, right? So that team, as young as it is, they still were missing something. And when you bring in Donovan Mitchell, now you have solidified yourself with that wing scorer that you didn't have. Now you solidify yourself as a top 5 seed in the East. And what he did yesterday with, like you just mentioned, Marz, him getting the rebound off missing the free throw, has me wondering. I'm watching this last night. I'm thinking to myself, how many dudes have you guys seen in the league that you can honestly say know how to play basketball?
Man, and stop trying to be a nigga bodyguard, Chill Town. Don't nobody need you always to step up and say something.
How about that?
You ain't even in that, bro. You ain't even in that, man. You always trying to be a bodyguard, man. Put them pom-poms down, nigga. Put them pom-poms down. Put them pom-poms down.
Basketball. That's what we're doing right now. We playing basketball. Okay, my pom-poms down. My pom-poms down and my boxing gloves is on.
Chill Town.
My pom-poms are down and my boxing gloves is on. What's up?
You just be ready when Elder spin the block, sucker.
Oh my God.
I don't need to be ready when Elder spin the block.
You just be ready when Elder spin the block.
How about that? I don't need to be ready for Elder, because every time I talk to you, I eat your lunch. Every time I talk to you,
Elder stripped you of your pride.
How about that?
And that's why you bad. Yeah, he stripped you down.
How about that?
He stripped you of your pride.
Just like Marz swept your ass out the playoffs. How about that? Just like Marz swept you out the playoffs.
You know, hey, Chill. You know, hey, Chill Town. You know how I get Chill Town. Check it out, Chill Town. You know
my
how I get down. I come right to your channel, Chill Town. Chill Town. I come to your channel. I come to your channel, Chill Town. I come to your channel. I come to your channel.
Can we get back to what we're talking about, please?
I come to your channel.
This is
all right, Ticket. All right. Go ahead, Chill. Finish what you was getting off.
The point that I was making, because Marz brought up getting rebounds after free throws, and I'm thinking to myself, how many dudes do you watch that you can honestly say, this dude knows how to play basketball? I mean, I can see a lot of guys who are super duper athletic, right? I can see a lot of guys who are ridiculous athletes or whatever have you. But things that are simple, like blocking out on free throws, that's something that you learn in the 8th grade. I see that happening so much in the NBA, right? How many guys do I watch don't know how to slip a screen, right? Don't know how to hedge on a screen, don't know how to pick and dive, simple stuff like that. So these mistakes that I'm watching with these guys, this is simple stuff that has me questioning how many guys in the league actually know how to play basketball.
They know how to play basketball.
I think it's less than you think.
No,
DeAngelo Russell said something.
I think the fundamentals of the game have
you talking about like some of them
have slipped because the skill and athleticism.
That's where I'm going
better,
with Tom.
Right, the skill and athleticism is better, so they don't focus on those fundamentals. I just saw last night. I was at the game, and I was watching a game. Excuse me, and like I want to say OG Anunoby, his man was screening. And he just stood right behind his man screening. I'm like, all you did was set another screen. And Malachi Flynn's guy just drove right past him and laid up. I'm like, OG, man, you're supposed to step over and slow that man down. Like basic stuff. They don't do.
OG's supposed to be one of the
and
better.
He's one of the better defenders. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So there's a lot of that stuff that happens. To the point about Mitch might be the best shooting guard in the league. But I also think the shooting guard position, by who they characterize as shooting guards, because we know positions are very different today, there's not a lot of really good shooting guards right now in the league. If you think about it, after Mitch, Book,
Jaylen Brown,
it starts to dip. Like
Bradley Beal,
it's gonna be good.
Is James Harden not a shooting guard anymore?
It's better than it was 5 years ago.
It's slipping. There's not a lot of good. That's not the position of like the strong position right now. It's pretty weak.
Yo, so it is better than what it was 5 years ago, though.
5 years ago,
and Malik
it was
Monk,
James Harden, and then the summer Malik Monk to be different would say Klay Thompson.
Yeah, it was Harden and Klay, and that was really it. It's kind of tough.
Fluent, I knew somebody was going to say this. And so my rebuttal question to that is, okay, well, after scoring 71 points, after clearly making the Cavs a better team with what he's done this year, where now do you put him in terms of the elite guards in the NBA? Point guard, shooting guard, all guards.
Is he a top 5 guard in the game, Tom?
I think he might. He's yes, he is. I think he is.
Is this just based on last night or just
No. Not just based on
because for the season he's playing amazing for the season.
Yeah, like look, no one was going to argue he was probably top 10 coming into the season. Now he goes into a situation where he's exactly what Cleveland needed. And you know what? I saw him play a little bit of defense too. A little bit, not a lot, but I saw him play a little bit of defense too, which I don't think he ever did in Utah. So yeah, I think who's above him? Who's above him? Luka.
In terms of guards,
before the
You got
before the
Steph and
season
Luka
started, he said he was going to come out.
Luka is Ja above him?
No.
Like I think it'd be hard.
No.
Is SGA above him?
Wait. You guys don't think Ja's better than D-Mitch?
Have you seen Ja?
I've given my opinion on Ja many times.
Ja is not finishing nowhere near as well as he was the year before. D-Mitch is not only averaging basically 30, but he's shooting splits of 49, 41, and 87. And he's grabbing 4 rebounds, 5 assists. No.
I mean, they're pretty similar.
Is Devin Booker ahead of him?
I got Mitchell above Devin Booker.
Those
guys are like interchangeable.
Yeah, that's
close. Those guys are like interchangeable.
Yeah, I might got D-Book. I think I might got D-Book over Donovan.
We need to be talking.
But can you name 5 better?
I don't think I can name
5 shooting guards. No way.
Just 5 guards. 5 guards. Just guards.
It'd be tough. If he's not top 5, he's pretty damn close. You're probably splitting hairs to keep him out.
What about SGA?
If I can't put small forwards in there, then I can't do it. If I can't,
you cannot put small forwards in there.
I can't do it.
Just guards.
I got Mitchell over SGA.
Yeah, for sure.
You got Mitch what?
He got Mitchell over SGA.
Over SGA?
Like the thing with
Donovan Mitchell better than Dame?
Okay, to keep it like, what do you say? You're saying Luka, SGA, and maybe Book?
I got Dame over Donovan Mitchell. I have Dame ahead of Donovan Mitchell.
Today, Marz?
Yeah, I think Dame.
This year for this season.
So then you don't have him top 5.
I have. Yeah, you don't have him top 5.
Doesn't have him top 5 then, because Marz, I guarantee you, Marz, Luka, Dame, Curry, SGA. That's 4.
No SGA.
And Book? So you don't have SGA over.
For me, it would be Luka, Steph, Dame, and then for me, it's Donovan Mitchell and Devin Booker would be 4 and 5.
Okay.
It's getting close though. Yeah, but I just the playmaking with Dame, I favorite a little bit more.
I'm going by what the NBA has him listed as.
I might have.
Hey, Ron, leave that up there, Ron. Leave that on the screen. Put that super chat. That's exactly what I be talking about right there. Put that one back on the screen where that dude put my name on. This is what I'm gonna say. I said nothing for the first 30 minutes. Everybody was in here talking before we even came on live. I said, I will sit back, chilling, listening. We came on live. Put that super chat back on the screen, Ron. The one that just said LeBron top 5, whatever.
It's on there.
Okay, Lo was just sitting up there arguing with Ron. As Ron was saying that LeBron was top 5, I didn't say anything. Lo and all them dudes are saying, nah, he ain't. But this jabroni is going to come say, yo, ticket, show respect. See, this type of foolishness I be talking about. Because I ain't even say anything. I ain't even gave my opinion. I was quiet on purpose. I ain't gave my opinion. Hold on. But this is what I tell y'all. This is what happens when I come in here and it's me against the world. It's literally that way. But if you guys would have had any kind of knowledge or anything, you would have seen that I pulled up on Chilltown block last night. Late last night. Dolo. I pulled up on his block, Dolo, and gave him that work. Gave him that work, Dolo, on his own block. But if you would have listened to the video, you would have heard. You would have heard me giving LeBron James respect. You would have heard me giving LeBron James props. I was telling Chilltown I think LeBron could play till he's 45. He was the one that was doubting that. So you guys, what y'all need to do is you need to check your information before you come running your rabbit ass mouth. Go ahead, Ron.
Is he top 5 though?
No, I didn't. Hold on. I didn't say he was. I'm just saying.
I'm asking.
Dude told me. Hold on. No. I'm saying. Dude told me to put some respect on it. Like I even said anything about it so far. I hadn't even given a comment on that conversation. That was you and Ron and them arguing about that. And even Chilltown was saying, I guess no, unless he start winning some games.
But I don't think. To answer your question, Ticket. To answer your question, Ticket. No, I do not think James is a top 5 player in the game today. No, I don't. No, I do not.
So
right. So I guess everybody need to get some respect put on his name then. Because like I said before, you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, and to the dude who said cut the personals, that dude called me a kid first.
It's the same dude. It's the same dude, Ticket.
No. He said no. Homie said cut the personals. No. when I came in here, old boy called me a kid first. That's when I stepped on his ass because he called me a kid. I didn't say nothing out of his name to him.
Ticket. Since when do we?
I didn't say anything out of. Hold on.
Go ahead,
I didn't say anything disrespectful. I didn't say anything disrespectful out of anybody's name. That dude called me his son. I ain't nobody's son except for my parents. So, and that's facts. That's facts. So, hey, dog, if we're gonna keep it 100 over here, let's just keep it 100. The only thing I was upset is that Marz said that he never watched Carmelo Anthony, but he sat up there and gave this explanation on his career off highlights. You can't do that. If you never watched a guy, how can you sit up here and give an explanation based off highlights? That's what he said. I ain't say that. But see, don't nobody call that out on this channel. When they say foolishness, so you guys play pick and choose in the comment section. Y'all like Marz, so you won't call him on his BS. But see, that's why I exist. Because me, I'm gonna make all you chumps feel uncomfortable. Point blank, period. Because see, the element I bring is I don't let you come in here and get away with saying all that slander. You're gonna put respect on the OGs. You're gonna respect the people that came, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. Everybody listening to this video, that same love and respect you want people to give LeBron James and everybody else in this era that's playing right now, they ain't gonna get it from the next generation that's growing up off Luka, that's growing up off Ja, that's growing up off SGA and all these other dudes. They're gonna forget about LeBron James. Point blank, period. And it's gonna be a lot of disrespect when you get the other guys that come after us because they don't learn their manners and understand how to respect their elders. So that's the reason why I exist. I come in here and make you put respect on Jordan, make you put respect on Magic, make you put respect on Isaiah, make you put respect on Bird, make you put respect on Dr. J, make you put respect on Kareem, make you put respect on Hakeem, and the list goes on. These dudes are ones that come in here and that call them dudes frauds. These are dudes that come in here and that go off stats and try to debunk these dudes and take away and defame their legacy. I'm the one that's standing on tradition.
Ho, Ticket. That's not true. That's not true, Ticket, because I'm definitely
you an old nigga like me capping for young niggas. So
that is not true. Ticket, that is not true.
Hold on. Yeah, I was gonna say, hold on a minute, because I don't think I'm that dude either.
What are you talking about?
I do not cap for the no.
No, I do not. I do not. That is not true. But what I want to do.
Hold on. You just said yesterday.
Because
you just said yesterday that LeBron James. Hold on. I'm gonna tell y'all how bad Chilltown is. He just said, and I quote, and this is on tape. He said that LeBron James 2 years he won 60 games was a fluke. That's what he said.
I didn't.
So that's not capping.
You said it was a fluke.
Yes.
And the 66 win team.
He said that 60. I said they won 260. That was 60 win games years. He said it was a fluke.
Year was a fluke.
That 66 wins team. That was fool's gold. No doubt about it.
No, there's a difference.
The one that lost to Orlando. That was fool's gold.
09.
I'm talking about they were fool's gold. Oh, absolutely, they was fool's gold. No doubt about that.
Wait. It was fool's gold, or 66 wins was a fluke.
They was fool's gold as a championship contender.
That's why I said fool's gold and a fluke is different.
They was fool's gold.
Fool's gold.
That's what they were. They was fool's gold. No doubt about that. No doubt.
They could have beat Orlando.
No, they could not have beaten Orlando. No way. With that front line.
When you're I'm sorry, you're wrong. When they win 66 games and you're the number one seed in the NBA, the expectation is you go to the NBA final. Their problem was that the NBA had already said LeBron versus Kobe in the finals.
No, that wasn't the problem.
Yes, absolutely. And they got a very motivated Dwight Howard and Orlando Magic team, and they got by a team that they should have and could have beaten. And they didn't.
And Tom, why you leaving out the fact that during that season, Orlando beat them 2 of the 3 times they played them. Boston beat them 2 of the 3 times they played them. The Lakers beat them. I'm not done, Tom.
Doesn't matter.
It obviously does. It obviously does. Boston beat them 2 of the 3 times they played them. Orlando beat them 2 of the 3 times they played them. The Lakers beat them twice. That team was fool's gold.
The Lakers didn't beat them twice. That's
the Lakers beat them twice that year. In 2009, the Lakers beat them twice. In 2010, they didn't beat them twice.
Were the Kawhi Leonard Raptors better than the KD Warriors?
Facts.
Say that one more time.
Were the Kawhi Leonard Raptors better than the KD Warriors?
Were the Kawhi Leonard Raptors better than the KD Warriors at full strength?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
But they beat them 3 times in the regular season, all 3 times.
But they weren't. Hold on, Tone. What's the difference? Wait a minute. That's not true, Tone. Hold on. What's the difference, Tone? Talk about what happened in the playoffs, Tone. Talk about it.
What? But then you the one who brought up regular season wins.
Wait a minute.
He did. He brought up regular season wins.
I did bring up regular season wins. And you know why regular season wins matter? Because in the playoffs, let me make sure I'm understanding this. Was KD on the roster when they played in the finals?
For part of a game, yeah.
Part of a game.
My point is, if you're going to bring up regular season, there you go.
But they weren't healthy, though. That's the difference.
But you're trying to use the same logic. You're saying the Cavs weren't better than Orlando because Orlando beat them 2 out of 3 times in the regular season.
And when they played them in the playoffs with the same crew, they beat them. When they played them
That's a lie. Jameer Nelson didn't play. Jameer Nelson was hurt. That was their second best player, and he was an all-star. Stop lying. And then they also beat the Lakers on Christmas Day. They blew them out, and all the fans threw the foamies on the court when they beat the hell out of the Lakers on Christmas Day.
Are you sure that wasn't in 2000? You sure that wasn't in 2010?
Chill town, because you extra cooked tonight, boy. I'm on your ass. Hey, I'm on your ass like white on white, boy. Hey, you extra cooked tonight. Let's chill town. Here's another thing by your logic. By your logic, chill town. By your logic, here's the problem. By your logic, brother, if that's the case, you just proved that Kobe's better than him, LeBron James, because Kobe Bryant, he cleaned up that Dwight mess in 5 games. The same mess LeBron James struggled with.
Not the same thing.
The Lakers were better than the Cavs.
And you already had
better than the Cavs.
But the Cavs beat the Lakers on Christmas Day. Didn't they blow them out on their own court? Didn't the Lakers fans throw the foams on the court? LeBron James went to Staples Center and they beat the hell out of him on Christmas Day, and all the Lakers fans threw all the foamies on the court. But this man started up here to lie.
I'm pretty sure. I'm 100%. I'm pretty sure that in 2009 the Lakers beat them. The Lakers beat them twice. In 2010 they beat the Lakers. I mean, in 2010 the Lakers beat them. In 2010 they beat the Lakers.
Okay, in 2010 is when the 09-010 season is when the Cavs blew out the Lakers on Christmas Day.
2009, right, in 2009. Now, in the year before that.
That's what we said.
No, because we're talking about the 66-win team that lost to Orlando, which is who I was talking about originally. They lost twice to the Lakers. Boston beat them 2 of the 3 times that they played them. And Orlando beat them 2 of the 3 times that they played them. Add that to the fact that Orlando team. That Orlando team, when they played in the Eastern Conference, when they played,
basketball reference that low.
I'm checking it right now.
When that Laker team ended up,
lying, put his ass in a tight zoom. If he lying,
wait, I got you, Chill Town. All right, so
again, in 2008-09 season, that 66-win team. Before you say anything, I want to make sure that I'm clear. Okay. The Lakers beat them twice. Orlando beat them 2 of the 3 times they played them. Boston beat them 2 of the 3 times that they played them. Now, and I'm gonna let you go, Lo, because you fact checking me. Go ahead.
Okay, so LA they did lose to LA twice in the 66-win season. Both of which LeBron played horrible. However, Boston, they split the Boston series because it's
that was a lie. So we both got one lie.
They play them 4 times. And then Orlando, they lost 2-1 to Orlando. Yes, in the regular season.
Now,
however, I'm gonna chill. I'll be honest with you. That was a winnable series. LeBron could not make a single shot outside of the paint. He could not shoot 3. I've
29% from 3 that series.
But hold on. But low, don't let him off the hook. Tell him that the All-Star didn't play. Jameer Nelson did not play.
I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. If you go back, and this is not y'all think I'll hate LeBron, but go back and watch 08, 09, and 2010 LeBron. Bro, that is y'all criticize Giannis for not being able to shoot. That's who LeBron was at that stage of his career. He was just rim running to the. You just going to the rim
and add 4
I appreciate you, Lo. Hey, Lo, I forever appreciate you for telling the truth, brother.
Excuse me.
Yes,
that means all-time leader in turnovers.
Turnovers used to be racking them up. LeBron used to rack up turnovers at that time. He averaged 4 turnovers that series. And he had a game where he averaged 8 turnovers. Another game where he put up 6 turnovers.
But LeBron Chilltown said it was everybody else's fault they lost that series.
I mean, and with all of that being said, he did average almost 40, 10, and 10 in that series. With everything that you just said, he did average almost 40, 10. I'm not done.
38, 8, and 8. Yeah,
right. He did average almost 40, 10, and
10. Under 50%.
Under 30% from 3. Under 75% from the free throw. 5.
With that all being said, when I look at the front line for the Orlando Magic and I look at the front line for the Cleveland Cavaliers, that Orlando Magic front line clearly outplayed them. Why do I know that? Because when they get to the NBA Finals, Dwight Howard goes and averages 15 a game. He's playing against a completely different front line with Gasol, Andrew Bynum, and Trevor Ariza. A completely different front line as opposed to Anderson Varejao.
Are you giving LeBron the same energy because he only had to deal with Michael Petris and Rashard Lewis as you're giving?
That was a better team, that Orlando team.
But you're saying Dwight Howard got handled in the finals by a better front court. Well, LeBron clearly had a very easy wing competition in that Orlando series, correct?
And then when you talk about what he did in terms of
the same energy,
I am giving the same energy because when you talk about, even though he didn't shoot it that well, I mean, we can't discount almost 40, 10, and 10.
Nobody not discounting it.
We can't discount that.
How you know this, how you get it, when you get it, those things matter. LeBron was not the best LeBron in 08, 09, 2010, and he clearly choked the hell out of the 2011 finals. And that's why I give him respect, because after that, a lot of guys would have quit. They would have just stayed who they were, but he didn't. He got better. And after 2011, we see the best LeBron James. I think it took that 09, 2010, and 2011 failures to make him who he became. That's all I'm saying is I'm not giving him credit for putting up a good stat line because there's other stats that part of the reason why they lost as a 66 win team, which you shouldn't. As a favorite, you should at least make the finals for me, or else it's a black mark on your record.
Hey, even in that finals when he played Steph in them that first year, when he played the Warriors in them that first year, the man only shot 30-some% from the field and 30-some% from the three.
He shot under 40%. Yes, he did.
But so the numbers look pretty. The 30-something per game, all that looked pretty, but he didn't shoot the ball well. So you can put that in your pipe and smoke it. So all that stuff about this is the greatest player you've ever seen in your lifetime.
If that's true, though,
that's a bunch of baloney.
No, it's not. Because we can do that. We can do that.
That's a bunch of baloney. That's a bunch of baloney.
We can do that with a bunch of
Bean name.
Put some respect on Kobe Bean Bryant's name.
You put some respect on Kobe Bean Bryant's name.
With your ball.
Hey, Chilltown. One last thing for Chilltown. Chilltown. I got one question for you, bro. You always make excuses for LeBron James. You always say how the Cavs never built teams and put teams around him, bro. Okay, no problem. I remember from you and Elder's debate, bro. You said one thing that stuck out with me, bro. Or you didn't say one thing, bro. You never mentioned how the Lakers at first failed to put a team around Kobe until he begged to get Pau Gasol when Shaq left.
He didn't beg to get Pau Gasol.
Then you said to me, hold on. Then you also said to Elder in that debate, you said that, Michael Jordan, he's had failures too in the playoffs. Okay, cool. Elder said he never failed in a playoff series in the finals. But I want you to think about this. Why them years that Mike didn't make it to the finals, he was losing early? Why you ain't never bring up the fact that the year he got swept by the Boston Celtics, he only played like 18 games because he broke his foot, came back and averaged 43 against the Celtics in the playoffs? Why you don't bring up the fact that the Chicago Bulls didn't have the greatest of talent around Michael Jordan in those early years when he was getting his ass kicked in the playoffs all those years until Scottie came up and those other guys came up? Why you never use that? Why, when he lost to Orlando and only played 16 games, you said that's no excuse, but you sit here and make an excuse every single time LeBron James loses because you say his team doesn't put enough good players around him and the whole season was a fluke?
Are you saying? Let me make sure I'm understanding you correctly. Are you saying that the Cleveland Cavaliers did the same job of building that unit around James that the Chicago Bulls did?
Okay,
is that your logic?
Fluent. Did they have the same roster when he won 66 games than the year before when they won 48 or 49, 50 games? Or did the roster change?
You tell us.
Did the roster change? Hold on, because if the roster was the same. If the roster was the same and LeBron went from winning 48 to 50 games to 66, then you got a point. It was all LeBron. But if the roster changed and you actually bought pieces over there and you won 66 games, there's no way on God's green earth that could be a fluke. Because you know what, Chilltown? I'm going to tell you something about yourself, brother. You sat up there and did all that praising on Shaq, and I studied you. I studied your style, and you're done now. You did all that praising on Shaq and tore down Kobe Bryant to uplift Shaq and talked about how great Shaq was this and how great Shaq was that. And I asked you on your block last night in your hood, I asked you on your set, I said, yo, chill. So why when he had 2 All-Stars in LA when he first went to the Lakers, when Kobe Bryant was on the bench, nowhere to be found, and Shaq won 61 games, why couldn't he get it done? You had an excuse.
Hold on,
chill. You had an excuse You had an excuse, but you sat up there and you dare bring up the Detroit Pistons finals with Kobe Bryant and how you did. And then I asked you, I said, okay, cool, no problem. So why before, when Shaq was in Orlando and had Penny Hardaway and had that loaded team, why he couldn't get it done then? You said, oh, because Hakeem. Then I asked you, I said, okay, when he came to LA, he had Eddie Jones an all-star both of those years he was in LA. Prime Eddie Jones. He won 56 or 58 and then 61 games. Back-to-back years. I asked you why you couldn't win a chip. You always bring up somebody's opponent when it's somebody else. When it's LeBron James, you always say they didn't give him enough help, man.
I'm 100% honest. I'm 100% confident that I said that Orlando Magic team was better. I'm 100% confident that I said that. That was a better team than that Cleveland Cavaliers team. No question about that. No doubt about that. That was a better team. And as much as James, quote unquote, faltered, that Orlando team was better. Just like I told you yesterday on my channel, or AKA on my block, that Utah Jazz team that swept the Lakers out the playoffs when they won 60 games was better than that Lakers team.
How was they better? How was it? It was not better than that Lakers team. That Lakers team won 61 games. What are you talking about?
You and I had this conversation last night, and you want to do it again? Absolutely.
No, you can't. No, what you want to do is you want to go to matchups and say, "Oh, well, this matchup." No, just say
that's what makes them better.
Just say that Shaq wasn't who you said he was when you wanted to boost him up, just to put him over, put Kobe down like you do on your list, and then say this. And then, because remember, after him, Kobe would have got two. Hold on. After Shaq, Kobe would have After Shaq, Kobe would have got two more. But this is my whole point to you. This is my whole point to you. You run around everywhere you go, brother, saying LeBron James the greatest player you've ever seen. Correct. But for every single failure except for one, you have an excuse for that man. But you never gave Kobe Bryant the same benefit of the doubt, brother. And that's sad, bro.
That's not true. Sad. That is not true.
So why you got Kobe 11?
Because the other 10 guys, because the other 10 guys that I had, that's a completely different conversation. That's a completely different conversation.
Like I said, you got Shaq over Kobe. That's nasty.
But
I'm be honest. I'm just quickly. I'm gonna be honest with you. No, I don't. Kobe, LeBron could have won that. He could have won that series.
Thank you. That's the definition of fried right there.
The biggest reason why they lost is just because he wasn't a jump shot shooter at that time. And the way that you could kill that team is the way that, ironically, Kobe did.
So he underperformed. So your logic, Low, is that he underperformed in that series.
I think there's parts of that series that made that series winnable. And he did not perform.
He underperformed it. Okay, so he underperformed.
I think he's saying he didn't. I think what he's saying is he didn't at that time have the skill set to counter what that defensive matchup was.
Well,
his style was, I'm bigger, stronger, faster, and I'm gonna run it down your throat.
Like, do you think Giannis?
It was the same thing Giannis underperformed last year, right? When there were big teams that he had trouble going inside on, he lost, and that's why he had to develop a jump shot, is because that they figured out how to beat him. And to his credit, like I said, he worked on it and got better at it.
Do you think Giannis underperformed last year?
Do I think Giannis underperformed in the playoffs last year against the Boston Celtics? No, I don't.
Again, he sat up here and disrespected KD last week. You sat in here disrespected KD after them dudes turned it around when you was running your mouth, and I hope KD's listening so he can put his foot on your ass too, Chill Town, because ESPN was in on that shit too, Chill. It wasn't just Marz. It was ESPN Chill Town too. Talk about, I still don't believe it. I still don't believe.
And I still don't.
Okay, so listen, but see, that's the thing. Hold on. That's the thing. Hold on. Time out. That's the thing, Chill Town. Chill Town. He's actually, he's actually displaying to us leadership. He's actually displaying to us togetherness, how to play as a team, how to win game, how to not complain, how to not cry, how to just go out there and play basketball and get it done. They say, y'all said that I didn't want the drama. Y'all didn't want all the talking, all the distractions. That's what they're doing. And you still can't bring yourself to get that man no credit. You sad, bro.
I'm not sad. You're the one that's sad. You know why you sad? Because what's the difference between what he's doing right now than what he did years ago? What's the difference in terms of leadership? He ain't doing nothing different than what he was doing years ago. So you can kill that logic. And I told you this. I ain't done. Yo, you hold on. I ain't done. So what we talked about a couple of days ago, I want to make sure that I'm clear. A year ago, the Brooklyn Nets were one game. I mean, they were in second place last year. This year, to the day, they're in second place again. They're doing nothing different than they were doing last year. Nothing. As good as KD is today, KD has always been a top 3 player for a decade. So I'm not impressed with this. What I will be impressed with I'll be impressed if they win it because that's what this crew got together for. I don't care about stats, Ticket. And you know why I don't care about stats? Because he could have stayed in Oklahoma City to do that. He could have stayed in Golden State to do that because they would have paid him in Golden State and he would have kept winning in Golden State. So if he's in Brooklyn, I'm not done. Listen, if he would have stayed in Golden State, if he would have stayed in Oklahoma City, he could have still got stats. He came to Brooklyn he came to Brooklyn for them to win. So they have underperformed over the last 3 years. They've underperformed and they've been injured. So with that being said, there's no reason for me to believe after what I've seen over the last 3 years, there's no reason for me to believe that this is going to change. And until it does, I'm out on Brooklyn.
Okay, Chill Town. Well, you must like your steak well done because you just got cooked. Let me tell you something, dog. You just eat it yourself. You bodied yourself, dog. You just said you don't care about stats, but your whole basis off LeBron James' career is based off stats because it ain't based off winning. Because if it was, he would lost 6 NBA Finals.
What does this
picking mostly his own team?
This has nothing to do.
Your whole argument for LeBron James is based off stats, sucker. Your whole argument for him. You have no argument with him over Kobe as far as winning. Hold on, time out. Fluent. What argument do we have over Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan? Other than winning, other than stats, what argument do we have? Zero. He don't have it winning. Kobe Bryant went to 7 NBA Finals and won 5. Michael Jordan went to 6 and won 6. Your boy lost 6 and picked most of his teams, hand-picked them. And then you set up there and told a lie again last night, saying that Pat Riley was the one who tried to drag in.
What do you mean? Whoa. That's on record. So you want to talk about somebody lying? You get your story straight.
I don't know about the rest of it, Ticket, but actually it was Pat Riley's idea. He said, "Hey, I can also get you Chris Bosh," and LeBron and Wade signed off on it.
Which is what I told you. Stop calling me a liar, Ticket, if you don't know what you're talking about.
Was LeBron picking those teams or not, Fluent, for the majority of that whole?
No, of course he was. He's a terrible GM. That's why the Lakers are in the situation they're in.
Thank you. And so, like I said, and one last thing to cook Chill Town back on that foolishness she said about the Nets. Here's a lie. Here's the biggest lie you told about the Nets. Here's the difference between the Nets.
We got to move on.
Here's the difference between the Nets last year and this year, Chill Town. Coaching.
Yeah.
The coaching is completely different. The team looks completely different because the coaching is different. Steve Nash was an incompetent, nothing coach. Now you have a dude in Jacques Vaughn who actually played the game at a good level as well. But not only did he play the game, he understands the game from a coaching aspect because he had experience as a head coach, unlike what Steve Nash had coming into the league. He didn't really have experience. He just helped dudes work out. So cut the crap.
With all of that being said, they still
Jacques Vaughn has completely
last year. With that all being said, everything that you just said, which is what I was talking about,
Jacques Vaughn turned around the
they
team.
were the number 2 seed last year at this time last year.
When did KD get hurt? When did KD get hurt last year?
You've never seen the Brooklyn Nets this hot before. You've never seen the Brooklyn Nets look like this.
January? He got hurt in January because I'm not saying Steve Nash should be a head coach, but you said Jacques Vaughn played the game. Steve Nash played the game better than Jacques Vaughn.
I said he played and he was an assistant coach as well.
I understand. But if KD gets hurt tomorrow, we're going to see the same collapse in the Nets we saw last year.
But hold on, we're not talking about that. No. Listen, hold on. Listen what I'm saying. Hold on. No. Listen what I'm saying to you though, Fluent. What I'm saying is, are you telling me you can't clearly see a difference in philosophy and approach to the game with Jacques Vaughn and Steve Nash?
100%.
Okay, so that's my point. So when Chill Town says he don't see no difference, that's a damn lie. The coaching shows you there is a complete difference from the way they approach the game, the way they play the game, and the way they've attacked, and the way they've even played defense. The coaching has been completely different. Last year they didn't play deep. Last year they outscored you. This year they're actually playing defense.
And he still was the number 2 seed last year at this time. Still was the number 2 seed in the East. Still.
All right,
which goes back to my original point. One more thing, Ron, and I'm done. One more thing, Ron, and I'm done. Which is my original point. The reason why this Brooklyn Nets team got together was to do one thing and one thing only. That's it.
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into some of these super chats. We got 1 million of them. I'm gonna try to get around to everybody's super chats. Y'all know the drill. We're gonna start with my dog. He came with a monster super chat. Aramis Jones. Mm-hmm. He said D Mitch is a tier above Ja, probably top 5 prettiest jumpers in the league as well. D Mitch is a overall better scorer from the 3-point line and mid-range. I'd put him in a Paul George tier caliber in terms of this season. How y'all feel about that?
That's not that crazy.
I think if we're going just this season, he's a tier above Paul George. But I do agree he's in that same tier with Paul George. And I don't think we speak about how Donovan Mitchell is probably one of the best pull-up shooters the NBA has right now.
Yeah.
Like, you got, obviously, Steph Curry's in a tier of his own. But then you got guys like KD, Donovan Mitchell, somehow Tyrese Halliburton's one of the best pull-up shooters in the league. But, like, Donovan Mitchell's up there. He's crazy.
Yo, change that title, man.
What happened?
Change what title?
Oh man, just stop comparing. Stop putting the Mamba's name in the title for these dudes, man. It's a one Kobe Bean Bryant, man. And them dudes can't hold his jock strap. Kobe Bryant does his stuff in his sleep, man. Donovan Mitchell did this one game, and we talking about Mamba and all this other. Come on, man. No, Donovan Mitchell is Spidey Mitch, and that's what he is. There's only one Kobe Bean Bryant. There's only one Black Mamba. There's only one dude who did what Kobe Bryant could do. Actually, there's only one other dude who could do what he did, but then he didn't even do what Kobe did. Kobe's the only dude in the modern era, and Kobe did this on a regular basis. He dropped 60 and 3/4 and goes sit down the fourth. Easy work.
Hey, Aramis Jones tapped back in with something for you, Ticket. He said, you ain't got no manners, Ticket. Sound like a congested Quavo.
Nah, yeah, I'm a mess. Hold on. Hey, yeah, I'm a mess. Now come clean it up on TICKETtv versus the world, if you dare.
Oh, my God. I wouldn't be surprised if D. Mitch is actually finishing better than Ja.
Yeah, Ja Morant's efficiencies.
Hey, my man, you can say, hey, keep sending donations. Keep talking about whatever you want to talk about. You want to say something about my do-rag, my hairline. Man, that shit don't hurt me, dog. It just keep keeping them super chats coming.
He said, on a serious note, though,
what
keep doing your thing, fellas. Appreciate you.
Hey, Ticket, what Easy said about NWA? Yo, they bought them records. You can run them over all you want. They bought them.
Facts, bro. I mean, bro, keep sending them super chats coming, dog. You keep socking it to our pockets. So.
Pull up.
Oh my God.
Yo, bruh Minto said Chilltown. Remember when you said earlier this season, if Luka averages 33, oh, he left?
No, that's fine. That's fine. He can hear.
If Luka averages 33, 8-8 with the 5 seed, he is an MVP. He's at 34, 9-9 with the 4 seed. Is he still an MVP now, Chill?
We'll have to get.
I'm about to say. Yeah, well, yeah, I think he's in the MVP conversation. I don't know if he's MVP just because how some of those players out in the East look. They looking kind of crazy right now.
I do think that, yes, sir. I do remember saying that, and the fact that the Dallas Mavericks, I think they're in 4th place right now. Yes, Luka has definitely entered the league MVP conversation. Definitely.
Do you have him MVP though?
He is an MVP.
Yeah, but which you would say he's an MVP, right?
It's gonna be hard to take it away from him. Even though I love what Joker doing, and I said Jason Tatum would be in the conversation. I didn't say he'd be the league MVP, but what Luka doing and the fact that they're a top 4 seed right now, man.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it a beat. KD might be MVP. No cap.
Yeah, I think KD's the leading candidate right now, but I think y'all are still nasty because Giannis does this on a regular basis and we never give him his props. Giannis' last 6 games is like 40-something, 45, 20 rebounds, and like 7 or 8 assists. He's been getting that consistently. Like his last 6 games have been like 45. He's got like 2 45s, a 40, I think a couple 30 pieces.
He got back-to-back
20 rebound games.
He got back-to-back 40-20 games.
Who doesn't give Giannis props? We all said he should have been last year.
I picked Giannis to win the league MVP this season before the season started, and I'm still standing on that. But the way that Luka playing right now, and he got them in contention. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to keep it away from him. I still think.
Giannis don't got a second best guy either, bro. This second best dude have been out most of the whole season.
Right. And
Drew Holiday's been there basically the whole time, but I guess
I think he's talking about.
No, I'm saying that's not the second best player.
Offensive player.
Second best player is Middleton.
Offensive player.
He's talking about Middleton, but even still, like I said, I had Giannis before the season started as the league MVP. But I said that if Luka was averaging, I don't know, 33, 8-8, and they were a top 5 seed, it'd be hard to keep the league MVP away from him. It's gonna be hard. But the same thing goes for Joker, because Denver's at the top of the Western Conference right now.
Totally disagree with you, bro. Giannis is still top 5 in scoring.
This might be the tightest MVP if it finishes like this, because who knows what will happen. This is gonna be the tightest MVP race we've had in a long time.
Ticket, I think what you differentiating is you differentiating the better player with the league MVP. Those two things are not the same thing. Because I'm saying his impact on the game too. I'm saying that Giannis Antetokounmpo on them. What's their record compared to the Mavs?
See, you ain't looking at this stuff too. Giannis in the record probably is right around, probably a little bit better than the Mavs record. So you looking at that, and you looking at the fact that this dude hadn't had the second best player on his team for most of since the last playoffs and this year. Not only that, he's the only player that's top 5 in both scoring and rebounding right now in the league.
Luka, I mean not Luka. Jokic not there yet.
Nah, I don't think he's top 5 in scoring.
No, Giannis the only player that's top 5 in scoring and rebounding. That's insane. That is insane that he's the only guy that's at both of those categories. And he quietly does this all the time, and we just ignore it because he's just that great.
He ain't quietly doing it now. The people who watch the game know, like I said, he got back-to-back 40-20 games. And they should have won that game where he had 40-20 in Chicago if he could just inbound the basketball. That's all he got to do is inbound the basketball and the game's over.
The other problem is that when they gave Westbrook the MVP, I think this is just completely flipped the whole standards of what we're going to do for MVPs, because Jokic is like on the brink of averaging a triple-double. And so, like, are we going to argue that he doesn't deserve it because he's like 0.5 assists off? Like, I don't understand that.
No, that's not the same thing.
They did that because they gave Russ the MVP because KD left, and they wanted to reward Russ.
No, they gave Russ. They gave Russ the MVP because it was the first time someone had a triple double in 60 years, and everyone was telling him it's never going to happen again, and they fucked up and they gave it to him, and then he did it again and again.
Well, so not only that,
there's always exceptions, but there's always exceptions. We can't turn that Russ MVP or whatever MVPs as the norm. That was an exception. We can't just say, well, he had a triple double, so he got the MVP. So now anybody who gets a triple double gets an MVP. We can't do that. We can't do that.
Just like Joker last year, that was an exception. And just like you just mentioned, Lo, about Russ winning the league MVP, that was the one guy in that decade. Everybody else who won the league MVP in that decade was on winning teams. So if you're talking about Joker almost averaging a triple-double, you can't leave out the fact that they're at the top of the Western Conference. That matters.
But that's what I'm saying, though. I was about to say that as well. Like, it's that he's putting up those numbers. And as we hear right now, I think they have the third best record in the entire league and the number one record in the West. So it's like, but then it's I don't know. I just think they flip-flopped. I agree. Like, I don't know who's actually going to win it, because I think when it's all said and done, especially if the Mavericks continue to kind of climb the standings, Luka could have an argument, but because he's a 4th seed, I don't know how strong of an argument he's going to have over Tatum, KD, Giannis, and even Jokic. The other problem is I think KD should win it. I mean, like KD, this team shouldn't be
win it.
This team shouldn't be this good. They also participated with a bunch of debacle between the coaching and Kyrie. Historically, he's playing at a ridiculously high level. He's averaging 37 and 6 or something like that.
Yeah.
Possibly the greatest mid-range shooting season we've seen in NBA history.
Right.
And on top of that, defensively, he's also slightly better than what he normally is either. But just in terms of wins, this team is way better than what I think a lot of people expected. Even if you were high on
really, most people saying this team should be going to the finals. No,
this is why they got together.
They were the number 1 seed. You thought they were going to be number 1 seed?
I didn't. You're saying most people. Most people thought this. I
don't think most people would have had them as a number 1 seed.
Do you think most valuable? I know that the definition is wonky, but which player, KD or I'll use Luka, as more valuable to their team's success?
I think they're both in the same realm. Because if KD wasn't there, that team would be.
I don't think that they would be as bad as Dallas.
What would Dallas be?
Yeah, I don't think.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think they're in the same realm. I think they're in the same realm.
All right, that's fair.
I think that applies to all of them.
But then again, you could say the same thing for Giannis. If Giannis ain't on the Bucks losing every game.
Oh yeah. That's why I think that that's why I said it's going to be the closest MVP race I think ever, because Jokic has a legit.
I was just about to say
reason for it.
Hold on.
Luka does. KD does. They all have legit reasons to win it. It's going to be tight.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. Bob, why are you on my beefcake, man? Bro, I don't even know who you are. I never heard. Hold on. I never heard of you until you came. Hold on. I never heard of you, bro, until you came on the show asking about me. You came on here capping for dudes in the comment section you don't even know. You came on here and put on a cape for people you don't even know, dog. Said, I'm going to be the savior of the people, man. People, you don't even know these people. You don't even know the people in the comment section. Just say you want an autograph, I'll give you one and shut the hell up. Go ahead, Ron.
Ron is nasty. Ron is a nasty.
All right, let's go ahead and get. Hey, I'm pretty sure I'll put up some more comments. Y'all want me to keep feeding Ticket? I'll keep feeding the big.
We got like 137 super chats. Let's go.
I like traditional basketball. Now, I would consider Ticket the Shaq of everybody up here, the most dominant force. You know, I keep feeding the ball to Shaq. Believe me,
okay.
I will.
Okay, Ron. All right, Ron. That was a poor analogy.
Terrible.
This man literally came out of nowhere. This man came out of nowhere saying he wants smoke with Ticket for no reason. I don't even know him. Never had no beef with him. Never heard of him.
But Ticket, that's part of it, though.
Hold on, chill town. He ain't got no hits. I mean, he ain't did. I mean, well, we ain't never heard of this dude. We know who Low is. We know who Chill Town and Fluent is. We know who Marz is. Who is this dude? Who is he? Who is he, bro?
Ron, what is your problem?
He'll come on the other show talk about some. Yeah, man, Dell a big dog, but I don't know about you, Ticket. Man, we almost sit at 100 racks, man. What are you talking about, dog? Cut this foolishness out, man. Stop playing with me, man. Before I pull off my belt, man. Before I do you like Ray for Austin did, like Ray for Austin did Eddie House, man. Stop playing with me and make your headband do a 360. Stop playing with me, dog. Let's go. Next.
All right, my man Adintunji Akinde. He said, yo, love the show, guys. What do you think about the Hawks? Saw some dumb plays down the stretch yesterday that left me frustrated, even though I am not a Hawk fan. How you feel, Lo? About your team?
That's not my team. Stop.
Oh, my bad. All right, my bad.
This is a delusional organization that is trying to capture what they did in 2021. They made a lot of terrible commitments to a roster that is not going to win. They're just not going to win. And it's tough because they traded away a lot of pieces to get DeJounte Murray, and it's not happening. Ironically enough, it's not working because of Trey too.
What they gave up 3 1s, I think.
I think they gave up 3, one of which is pretty heavily protected, but the other 2 are just, I think, normal light protection.
Nah, that's not true. Hold on, don't keep it 100. Don't lie, Don't lie for these dudes. Don't lie for these dudes, bro. Bro, the truth is this. They're a bunch of disrespectful young cats. They don't have no respect for the OGs. You about to run Nate McMillan out of there. Nate McMillan is an OG who earned his respect in this game. Nate McMillan is a well-respected coach who had great Portland teams. The only thing that happened is Brandon Roy got hurt. That stopped them from reaching their full potential over there. They came over there. The man demands them to be professional, wants them to be punctual and on time, and these kids don't want to listen. They want to do whatever they want to do. Trey Young wants to go into the training room when they're supposed to be having shoot around when he knows he can come early and do that stuff. It's not leadership, bro. It's disgusting. And that stuff filters down into the game. You got players beefing with players. He wants the big dude out. So everybody knows the worst kept secret. They've been trying to trade John Collins this whole time. It's tension all in that locker room. Bro, it's just a dishonor and a disrespect of the young guys to their elders, bro. And it's sad. This is why you need coaches like Avery Johnson in the league. That's why you need coaches like Lionel Hollins in the league. That's why you needed coaches like Phil Jackson, Larry Brown, and all these other guys, because they can put this foolishness in the check. Now you had an inmates running the asylum, and that's the problem.
That's not going to happen, Ticket.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree with you. But the problem is there's too much money for the players, and it's a lot cheaper to replace one coach than 10 players, and that's
2 players or 3 players.
That's the environment we've created now. Is that if the players don't like, or one player doesn't like the coach, they're out. It's crazy. It's not right.
Hey, but that's sad. That's sad. That's sad. We allow them. Chill town. Fluent. That's sad that we allow them to do that to these these legendary coaches, man. Like even though he might not be a Hall of Famer, he is still one of those coaches, bro. That's to be respected, man. The man don't put in his work, man. Respect the man, bro. You gonna sit up there and, like I said, all this stuff goes into winning, man. They got a bad situation going on over there because they have these young dudes are getting paid all this money and they feel like they're over coaching. They're better than the coaching. They're better than the coaches. They're better than their assistant coaches. They don't want to listen, bro. You watch them in the huddles. They ain't listening. Bro, this is all bad news.
Didn't Kyrie just a year ago say we don't need a coach?
2 years ago.
That was nasty out of Kyrie.
He said that because Steve Nash. Hold on. He said that because hold on, time out. Yeah, he said, hold on. And I think that was wrong. But he said that because he knew Steve Nash didn't know what they was talking. Players know when coaches know what they're about. They ain't about nothing. That's why he said that. You ain't heard him say nothing about Jack Vaughn. You ain't hear him say nothing about no other coach. He said that about Steve Nash.
I think he said it before.
No, he said that when they got rid of Atkinson. That's when he said it.
No, he said it when they got Nash. No, he said it right there when they hired Nash.
Mm-hmm.
He said that when they hired Nash, he said we don't really need no coach. And Nash, they asked Nash about it.
Oh yeah,
and Nash didn't respond. He laughed. He laughed it off. But see, that's the thing. That's my point though. Low.
Everybody knew that too.
Disrespectful, bro. Right? Hey, Chill Town. They could never run this type of stuff off on the legendary John Thomas. They could never run it off on what was the coach that just passed away? RIP to him for the Cavs. The old coach,
Mike Fratello,
bro. That's why,
Jones,
bro. To keep going down the list, bro. Pat Riley, bro. Imagine, listen. Imagine these dudes. And we talking about why the Lakers losing. They don't practice. Imagine these dudes telling Pat Riley, "No, we ain't having practice today." Are you crazy? Are you crazy?
Ron.
All right, so here we go. Does anybody have anything that they need to get off their chest before I get into these super chats? Speak now or forever hold your peace. All right, into the super chats we go.
More fluent.
Double LJ said, in terms of just basketball ability and peak, I can't name more than 5 players all time better than Steph in terms of peak in basketball ability.
No.
You can.
You feeling it?
Yeah, you can.
Of course you can. Marz.
Marz, you address him. Marz, you address him, Marz.
Before Marz addresses him, these are the people that you think I'm capping for. This kind of logic right here. This is
that's what I'm talking about, man.
This is ridiculous. There's no way that I'm co-signing this. It's ridiculous. No way.
When you say what you say, dog, you empower them, dog. When
Oh
you say
my
what you
God,
say,
there's no way
you
I'm
empower them to
co-signing
see this stuff.
that. That's
Marz.
good logic right there.
Marz, is that true? Is that true?
Give your people the 5 names.
MJ, Bron, Shaq, Hakeem, Kareem.
That's 5.
Keep going though.
Yeah. I want you to keep going.
Keep going.
I go Wilt, Bill Russell, Larry Bird, Kobe.
There you go. You know what? That's enough. Hey, Dub. I know you're listening. Dub, just clip that. All right.
Wait,
go ahead, Ron.
Garnett?
Oh yeah, Tim Duncan. Nah, I got Steph's peak. I got Steph's peak over KG. But
so you got him as a number 11 peak all time.
No, he hasn't put in the work. He's just saying off the top of his head there's 10.
At best, if you wanted to be optimistic,
I could give you right off the top of my head, Marz, just so you know. Kevin Garnett, he had a 4-year stretch where he went 23-13. That's the best you're getting from him. You're not getting no more. He went 23-13.
Oh man.
But yeah, top 5.
Where you got KG?
I think he's a top 20 player all time.
Yeah, no doubt.
I think he's a top 20 player all time, no doubt.
Boy. All right, what's the next one, man, Ron?
Double P said, for the panel, who does Donovan Mitchell's game remind you of? For me, it's Dwayne Wade, even though Spider shoots the 3 ball more than Flash.
Not. Oh my God. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Who you got, Lo? Who you got?
Yeah, that's a bad comparison because D Mitch pull-up game is just ridiculous. Wade was getting to the rim relentlessly.
Mm-hmm.
Who's better?
D Wade.
Because of defense.
I know that.
But yeah, I don't see the D Wade comparison personally.
Yeah, I don't see the D Wade comparison either.
I think he's a better version. I think he's a better version of Daryl Dr. Duncan Griffin. That's who I think he's a better version of. He a more athletic version of that. He got a better mid-range game, but the athleticism is there. The offense is there. I just think he's a better version of Daryl Griffin.
No doubt. Drink.
Yeah.
What's up, Lo? Go ahead.
No, you got it.
Drink More Water said it's been 2 weeks since the last All-Star conversation. Has anything in the front court in the East changed? Is Tatum, KD, Giannis, and Embiid on the bench?
Embiid will probably get on the bench, unfortunately.
I don't think that gets rearranged. I think that those are your starters, Tatum, KD, and Giannis. I mean, like Ticket just mentioned it not too long ago, the way Giannis has been playing. Like I said, Giannis had 2 back-to-back 40-20 games. Not only that, I mean, you see where Milwaukee is, and it's primarily because of him. Same thing with KD, and Boston is still in the mix in the Eastern Conference. So I think those 3 guys are your starting front court. Even though, I mean, we scoffing at the fact that, I mean, Embiid went 42-11 last night. I mean, we kind of scoffing at that, but
it's crazy.
No, those other 3 guys, I think they're a little bit different.
They're all 3. All of them are good enough. What'd you say?
The worst thing y'all said, Till, was Kyrie, bro. Y'all to me, y'all nasty for keeping Kyrie out. I think Lowe said that. That was nasty a little bit to me.
I got him starting.
I got Kyrie. Kyrie has to be out there. There's no way Kyrie can't make the All-Star team, bro.
Make sure we. I got him. Me and Tone had this conversation. I had him starting in the All-Star game. Me and Tone had this argument about that. I have him starting in the All-Star game
because he's not going to get voted in, and the coaches are going to they're going to hesitate. They're not going to bring him in as a reserve.
I think you underestimate how popular with the kids in particular.
If he gets voted in, I told you if he gets voted in, okay. Other than I don't think the coaches put him in. I don't think they'd want to deal with that.
They have to though, bro. If you're the best, if you're probably the best team, they're a game behind, and you got those two players like Kyrie's out here putting up. Low, what's Kyrie averaging this year? Ain't he averaging like 27, something like that?
Like 25, 27. He just had a quarter where he went a perfect from the field and had 15 points in the first quarter.
And let's be clear. I think he deserves to be.
Bro, that's hard to keep that dude up.
I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah, he's 26.
See, here's the thing, Ticket. You saying on the All-Star team. I'm not stopping there. I think he's starting in the All-Star game. Him making the All-Star team, that goes without saying. I think he's starting in the All-Star game.
So ahead of Jaylen Brown.
Lie, bro. Everybody, the numbers, everybody putting up crazy. I gotta start reassessing what these numbers mean, man.
See, this is what I'm talking about, Lo.
The other guys, because who's in? Mitchell's in. Right, you have Kyrie.
It should be Mitchell and Kyrie should be in the starting backcourt.
That's who should start. Yes, I agree. Yeah. That's who should start. I don't know if he gets the votes. Okay.
Lo, you was about to say it. This is what I'm talking about.
The guards, you're right. No, I'm looking at the guards. You're right. He's in. This
is exactly the logic that I'm talking about, Lo. You was just mentioning you got to take a look at this scoring because I'm telling you, in years to come, it's gonna be a different conversation about what these dudes are doing. It's gonna be a completely different conversation. Watch.
You right?
King GD said, to be honest, at the beginning of the season, I thought Klay was over. But now, I feel like he's been treated like a first option for a few games now. I feel like Klay is back to himself and will.
Can we get Marz in the tight zoom, please? Can we get Marz in the tight zoom?
Yeah, Marz.
Get Marz in the tight zoom.
7 minutes. Marz turns into a pumpkin at midnight. Get
I thought you said bench Klay.
Wait, baby.
Let's hear it, Marz.
I don't think I've ever said bench Klay, but no, he's not back to himself. He had 4 games. I think the last 4 games he's been good. Had 54 last night. But anyone who's watching Klay Thompson, if you even the last 4 games, he's still not back to himself, and this isn't even sustainable. Because just look at the 4 games before the last 4 games. It was bad. So he's still inconsistent. He's up and down. Defense isn't there. Has some of the worst shot selection, especially in the mid-range that I've ever seen. He can't get to the rim at all. I don't like that. Back in the day before the injuries, he had no burst, but at least he could get to the rim off back cuts and whatever the case. Now he can't get to the rim, so that's hurting his efficiency. He doesn't get to the free throw line. So the only way Klay is beneficial, or let me not say beneficial, the only way Klay can be quote unquote back to himself is if he's making a ton of threes, and that's just not happening consistently enough to say that he's back to himself. But he's been.
Do you take back what you said about Jordan Poole?
I'm still taking Draymond Green. No.
I ain't saying that. I asked you, do you in Chilltown take back that foolishness y'all said to me about Jordan Poole?
What did I say about Jordan Poole?
You two bozos said that you would take. You said
I just said I'm still taking
Draymond Green right now over Jordan Poole.
Yes, I just said I'm still taking it. I'm not going to.
I did. Yes, I did. Now I'm not. Now I remember. Yes, Ticket. Hold on. Yes, I did say that. Yes, I did say that. Yes, I did say that. Yes, I did.
Are you still? Hold on. Are you still standing on that too?
Yeah, I am. On that team, I'm still standing on it. Yeah.
You standing on that?
I am. I'm still standing on it.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
They don't need Draymond. They got Andrew Wiggins.
Average 28 and a half without.
They don't have Andrew Wiggins.
He hurt, but when he comes, he'll be
need
back.
to have this debate every show. Like it's not.
Yeah.
My mind
Ron.
changed.
Let's do the speed round.
I'm here for this debate. Get him, Ticket.
Average 28 and a half points. Don't let the team multiple victories.
Here's the difference, though.
Talking about a triple single, man. Y'all sad.
Here's the difference, though. Ticket. What kind of
sad, man? No, he was sad, bro.
What kind of ceiling does Jordan Poole have for you? Like, where do you see Jordan Poole? Like, he's in year 4. So in year 7, what is Jordan Poole?
No, obviously, hold on.
He's not gonna get better.
Hold on. Chill town. He's putting up superstar numbers without Steph Curry. Superstar.
Okay. And what, a 4-game sample size?
Chill town. The man is putting up superstar numbers without Steph Curry, and they're winning.
Right. At home, correct. Which they've been doing all season, and they suck on the road, like we know. However, I said this last season.
No, go try the last 10 games.
Curry hasn't missed that many games.
Excuse me. They're 7-3 in the last 10 games. Jordan Poole's averaging 28 without Steph Curry this season. Put that in your pipe. No. He's averaging 28 without Steph Curry this season. Put that in your pipe and smoke.
To be specific, he's averaged in the last 8 games in which Curry did not play in. He's averaging 29, 3-3, right, with 5.
He missed the last. He's been out since the Philly game. Cut the crap.
I know. I'm saying since the Philly game. That's what I'm saying. Since the Philly game, 29, 3-3 with 5 turnovers. He's shooting less than 44% from the field and 27% from the 3-point line. And I'm rounding up for him.
So he's
just chucking shots.
That's not
superstars. That's not a superstar. That's
not only that.
No, but it is. Just look at the.
And what's their record?
What is it?
6-3, I think
6-2.
All right. So what's that?
Is that primarily due to Jordan Poole?
It's primarily due to the fact that the Warriors are playing at home.
They're home. They're playing home.
What is their record?
6-2.
What is their record? What is their record? See, you guys are stat junkies. What?
I just said it several times. 6-2.
What is their record?
We ain't talking about that. He just said 6. He just said 6.
Somebody answer
No. I asked y'all a question. What is their record? What is his record?
6-2.
In the last 8 games, right? In the last 8 games, ticket. In the last 8 games,
last 8 games is 6-2.
Right. So y'all are nitpicking the dude. Y'all are no. Listen. Yes. He told. You didn't watch him just win the game the other night.
Oh, he delayed.
You're not,
bro. Y'all sold it twice, man. Y'all going platinum, bro.
He sold it twice. He sold it twice.
Messaging.
No, I'm saying. No, I'm saying. No, I'm saying he's putting up. He's putting up. The man, hold on. The man is putting up.
Yeah, Ticket, come right back.
I was about to say, am I bugging right now?
All right, Ticket, I'm bringing you back through. You was lagging, bro.
You was lagging. There you go. You was lagging for a second. Can you hear us, Ticket?
Hey, Ron. Am I the only person you can ever put backstage, bro?
No, you was lagging. You was lagging. That's why. You
didn't hear us tell you. That's what we were saying to you.
Yeah, you was lagging. That's all. So you back in effect. Say what you were saying, Ticket. Go back to what you were saying.
He's lagging again.
Oh, you're still lagging.
I think he has to go out and come back in.
He'll start talking soon.
Okay, yeah, he'll start talking.
Hey, look, killing me.
For real, right?
The superstar numbers are a bit of a gas. Because it's a lot of volume, which is going to have to be a lot of volume because Curry and Wiggins have been missing games as well. So he sustained this volume, but the efficiency isn't there. He's turning the ball over at a ridiculous rate. You can't just look at the points that he's scoring and saying those are superstar numbers. That's just somebody who's just putting up a lot of volume.
The way that this conversation started was because of last year when Klay Thompson was getting back in the lineup, Jordan Poole was playing really good, and I felt like they didn't have to rush Klay Thompson. They could have eased him back into the lineup, and I felt like with throwing Klay right back in there, you screwed up Jordan Poole. And that also hampered Klay Thompson's game because everybody expected him to just be the Klay Thompson he was 2 years ago instead of working him right back into the lineup like they did, like they should have. But they didn't do that. That's where this conversation started, right? So now we're talking about who's the guy that you would rather have. The ceiling was, what is Jordan Poole's ceiling? And I had people asking me, I had people telling me that he could be Bradley Beal good, right? He could be Donovan Mitchell good. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
What Beal you're talking about?
No, we're talking about the dude who was 30 a game in Washington. Bradley Beal. Like, people are telling me that he could be Bradley Beal good.
It don't matter which Bradley Beal.
He was Donovan Mitchell good, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Now I'm not going that far. No. And then the conversation started with who you taking between him and Draymond Green on the crew. And I just always felt like what Draymond brought to the Warriors was more valuable.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. He could be this Bradley Beal good. Bradley Beal not really.
Hey, but hold on, no. Because this we got to bring everything into context. Shout out Dub, right, Fluent. So to bring everything back around, he's only 23.
Correct.
And he's averaging 28 over this little stretch. It's a mini sample size for sure. But it's 29, 3-3. How do we feel like this can progress? Is this something that he'll build upon in the future, or is this his peak?
Now, we also got to take under consideration, too, the system that he's playing in, and what does this look like in Orlando? What does this look like when he's more the focal point of an offense that's not as fluid as the Golden State Warriors offense? What does this look like if he's in Minnesota or somewhere like that? So I don't know if this is looking the same as it looks in Golden State. I think that he's a product of that system, and I'm not going to take that away from him. I think he's a player, but I also think he's a product of what they're doing in Golden State.
No doubt.
If he's the focal point of the offense, though, don't his numbers go up? Because the one good thing about the Warriors offense is they're very much kind of share the ball, good ball movement, etc.
Boy, I lag and you act a fool, huh?
Oh my God.
You see, y'all, hey Ron, this is my problem with y'all, Ron. Fluent, call him on his BS. This man just said that he thinks Jordan Poole is a product of the Golden State Warriors offense, right? But Draymond Green ain't.
I never said he wasn't.
100% Draymond Green is.
So time out. So hold on. This dude is putting up damn near superstar numbers when you're putting the franchise in his hand. 28 points, 29 points a game. That's superstar numbers, right or wrong?
No, if not with that efficiency and the amount of turn.
Hold on. I'm gonna ask you again. Hold on. If you're winning games, because remember, AI wasn't efficient, but AI was a superstar and he was winning games.
In this era, AI would be efficient. In this era, AI would be efficient.
No, I'm asking you a question, my brother. This is a question I'm asking you. AI was a superstar. AI wasn't efficient, but AI was winning games. He was constantly winning over 50 games. So they were winning games.
We can't compare Jordan Poole to Allen Iverson.
No. This is what I'm saying.
Was Iverson?
Bro, this is what I'm saying.
James Harden talent.
No, hold on.
Is he
Hold up, Ticket. Low got a question for you.
I got a quick question. Was Iverson turning ball over 5 times a game while only getting 3 assists?
Is he winning? See, y'all, hey, hold on. This is why y'all don't bring Elder up here. Because hold on, this is why y'all don't bring Elder up here. Because like Elder said, you guys want to eliminate. Y'all only want to use stats and eliminate the eye test. This man is out here winning games.
I don't want to do that.
They lose. Hold on. Time out. The game before last, they lose that game if Jordan Poole don't put the S on his chest and go beat the Blazers. They lose them games before that. He literally have been leading the team. This man, hold on. He had 32 and 3 quarters against Memphis, blew him off the court, and got kicked out in the third quarter when the game was over with. He the one who led the charge. He was the one that was killing them dudes. He had 32 and sat down the whole fourth quarter because he got ejected. He'd had 40-something that game. So he'd probably had like 3 or 4 40-point games in his last stretch. But y'all don't want to give none of these dudes their respect. This man is playing at a superstar level, bro. When you putting up damn near 30, that's superstar level type of play. Because even without them, he's still averaging 20 for the season, damn near.
With that being said,
so now when you going from averaging 20 as a third option to now putting you as the first option.
Yep.
We're winning. Hold on.
Go ahead, take it.
I think he's lagging again.
Yo, Ron, I can't explain that. Could you please take that super chat down? I don't got no answer from bro.
He said, "Can Buddy, who called Eric Spoelstra a mediocre coach, but Nate McMillan a good coach, explain to me that?"
Big Ox, there's no way you said that.
All I said was I think Eric Spoelstra was a little overrated. I didn't say he was a bad coach. I said he was a little overrated. That's all.
Depends on where you rate him.
Yeah, that's clearly where it is.
Greatest coach in the history of the NBA. He's overrated.
Yes.
Well, I think him and Steve Kerr are a little overrated, but that's not saying I don't think they're bad coaches. I just don't think they're as good as people say they are. That's all.
I don't know what happened, but just go ahead, Big Ox.
Do you want to elaborate?
That's really all. That's really say about it. I don't got too much to say on that.
Right.
Yo, just quick. Okay, before Curry went out from the Sixers game until now, or before the Sixers game, he was averaging 18 points, 42, 32, 86 shooting splits, turned the ball over 3 times a game in only 28 minutes. in today's league, I think what Ticket is doing, and that's why I keep saying we have to reestablish and readjust these numbers. In today's league, that as a third option is much more common than you probably realize. That's not anything that's all that special, especially when you take into consideration the well-balancedness of the Warriors offense in the first place, especially since Curry isn't dominating the ball. That's normal. Since then, has he been putting up volume numbers? Yes. Does that mean it's superstar numbers because he's averaging 29? Maybe my standard of a superstar is different, but just because you put up 29, 3-3 with 5 turnovers and you're doing it inefficiently, that does not thus mean that you're a superstar or you're putting up superstar-like numbers, especially in today's league. Utilizing what somebody did 20 years ago in contrast to what today is considered to be a superstar. Superstars in today's league are putting up 30 while also giving you 7-8 assists, 5-7 rebounds or somewhere around that ballpark, elite level defense, and they're doing it efficiently, and they're also not turning the ball over 5 times a game.
So there's one superstar in the league then?
No,
because you said elite level defense. I just want to.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't think anyone. There's Giannis
outside of Giannis.
Yeah.
No.
He's the only one.
No. But the point I'm making is that you can't.
They try on defense, maybe.
Yeah. The point I'm making is that it has to be more than just volume scoring. Like it can't just be the volume scoring to be labeled as a superstar.
But
because by that. There's a lot of other players in this league that are be considered superstars.
That's what I'm saying, Lo, because, I mean, ain't that what the league is today? It's a bunch of guys who just score a lot of points now, and it's not a lot of guys who scoring it like KD scoring it on an efficient level, but it's a bunch of guys like DeMar DeRozan, like Zach LaVine, guys who score a lot of points, but they shoot a lot of shots in addition to that. Now, we can't take, like what Ticket mentioned, we can't take out the eye test, right? I can't discount the skill set. I can't discount his game overall, but I do think that what he's doing, I mean, I'm not going to discount it, but what I do think what he's doing, I think a lot of it has to do with the system that he's in, and I think that it helps his game. I think this would look a lot different if he was somewhere else. And that's the same that goes for Draymond Green too. But I think Draymond does a little bit more than him outside of scoring, which makes him more valuable.
If I'm going to speak for Ticket's behalf, I stand with Ticket. So the take on Draymond Green being more value to the Warriors than Jordan Poole has merit. Draymond Green to another team has no merit. Draymond Green is not even playing on another team, let alone leading a team to a championship. Mm-hmm. This is the only he got, and I've said this before, I don't hold it against people. He got put in the exact right situation to make him look better than he really is. So outside of the Warriors, no, you're not taking Draymond over Poole ever. In this scenario, maybe it's a debate.
All right, so let's keep it pushing. King GD said, "Who's a better shooting guard now, D. Mitch or D. Book? Player for player, in you guys' opinion." I got D. Mitch. I'm pretty sure we've already went over this. Anybody else want to touch on this?
I've had D. Mitch, and I had him slightly. I had him slightly over D. Book.
Yeah, it's interchangeable, but I'll go with Donovan Mitchell for now.
Yeah,
I'll go with D. Book. Slightly.
D. Mitch.
So that you got D Mitch stick?
Yeah.
All right, for sure. Uzumaki Crash said Chilltown, Cook Ticket. Ticket has selective memory and forgets Kobe also tried to stack the deck. He just failed. He stay calling you a liar. He really
That's not true. Hold on.
Let's stack the deck. What a dumb comment is that?
Right. Hey, bro.
That's ridiculous. In fact, the NBA stopped the Lakers from adding a quality player on his roster. Get out of here.
Oh yeah, that's
David Stern put the kibosh on that. This Chris Paul to the Lakers. Nope, we ain't doing that.
No. David Stern hit Cole with the
No, we ain't doing that.
They talking about Carl. They talking about Karl Malone in his last year and a 34-year-old Gary Payton.
Yeah, let's be clear. That wasn't stacking the deck. That was trying to help two old dudes who had never had a chip get one. That's all that was.
Stacking the deck is putting dudes in their prime on the same team, man. Superstar.
No doubt. Teeks chimed in. He said, was watching Pick a Side podcast on Prime Harden versus Luka Doncic right now. Do you guys think this is a legit conversation?
No, because Luka is better.
Prime.
I think it's a conversation.
And the reason why is because we haven't seen Luka yet
I was gonna say, have we seen Luka's prime?
We haven't seen. First of all, he's only 23 years old. Number two, we've seen James Harden go the other way when it mattered the most. We haven't seen Luka do that yet. And when we see him do that, the conversation is going to change with Luka.
If we see him do that, I don't think Luka gonna fall like James Harden did.
I think that now I'm not going to say him completely folding, but I think that there's going to be a point. All the great ones have had it. All the great ones have had.
You're wrong, Phil.
All the great ones have had
what?
All the great ones have had. All the great ones, absolutely, they have.
Yes. You're wrong.
I can't.
Bad. He's saying bad series, like bad series.
No. Phil's saying because of his age. That's bullshit. We're talking about James Harden in his prime, coming up small when it counts the most. Luka Doncic balled out, even though he lost every single time. He balled out against the Clippers. And that Clippers team was real. He balled out. You understand what I'm saying? Both times, and he was running into them every time. So it wasn't like he was running in the cupcake.
Is that what you're saying, Chill?
I think once we see Luka's prime, this won't be a debate. It might be a debate today because it's hypothetical, but I don't believe that's gonna be a conversation soon.
Yeah, Luka will be top 15 all time.
He's got
to win a championship. Nothing. Nobody's saying nothing.
He got to win, Lo. We ain't talking about him being top 15, he's got to win, Lo. No way.
But Lo.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say.
Hey, he got to win, or he got to stack the deck to win. Which one, Chill?
He can do both.
Well,
I don't know. He got to win without stacking it.
LeBron did it.
I mean, and Dirk Nowitzki won without stacking the deck.
Yeah, but
you don't have them top 15.
Dirk could have won more.
You don't have them top 15 too.
And not only that, but don't forget that Dallas team, when they won the NBA championship, I mean, they didn't get out the first round, and Dirk played another 9 years, by the way, and they didn't get out of the first round of the playoffs.
Who better? 23-year-old Luka or 23-year-old LeBron? Chill.
Who's better? 23-year-old Luka and 23-year-old LeBron. That would be
08.
That would be 08.
Come on, Lo.
I think that's
before the defense really start kicking in. Who's better?
James. I think so.
Boy,
what do you expect him to say? Come on, Lo.
I think that's the right answer, though. When is Luka better than Bron? At what points?
Right now, at 23. When they were both 23. Hold on. When they both 23. When they were both 22. When they were both 21. Luka's had more experience, I would say, because Luka came in playing against grown men already. So when he came into the league, that was easy work. If you just look at the numbers, if you look at the numbers and look at the production, Bob, his numbers and productions on the same trajectory as LeBron. Really?
If not higher.
No, yeah, if not higher. So the only thing he hadn't done is went to the finals yet, but he got to the Western Conference Finals. Like if he gets to the finals this year, go ahead.
If y'all go off of numbers, it's right there. But I'm gonna go off the eye test too.
Well, we're gonna add that into it.
I'm gonna take Brown.
Why?
Brown.
Why?
Well, okay. So if the numbers are similar, right? The numbers are similar. Okay. Well,
they're not. Luka has better, like significantly better numbers.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
the era is different, but
Luka has significantly better numbers. Yes, there's factors that go into that, but he has better numbers. James has athleticism.
And that's where I was going.
I would say this though. I would say this. Was it year 4 or year 5? LeBron took that Cavs team to the finals.
Year 4.
With a top 5 defense in the league. I wonder what Luka could do with a top 5 defense in the league.
I think if I'm not mistaken, I'm glad you mentioned that, because if I'm not mistaken, I think the Dallas Mavericks were in the top 10 last year in defense last season.
Yeah, I think so. I think they were.
I'm 100% confident they was in the top 10 last year in defense.
Yeah, but they had to go against the number 1 ranked defense in the league and Steph Curry offense in the league.
Matchups do matter.
Wait. But honestly, which team was better? That Detroit team or last year's Warriors team?
The Detroit Pistons team in 07?
Without Ben Wallace. Which
or that Warriors team?
Yes. Look at Marz.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What's going on? What's hesitation?
What is no hesitation, Chill? There's no hesitation.
Chill, you done, man.
Chill, no, why are you still not answering this?
Golden State.
Okay,
Golden State is better. Yeah, Golden State is better. They got a better team.
Okay,
no doubt. I was thinking about.
He was trying to find a way to cap out, Lo. He was
I wasn't. I was thinking about that Detroit team. I was thinking about Rashid, and I was thinking about Rip, and that Golden State team.
Thinking about Steph Curry.
Rashid was an old 32. Chris Webber was an older 33.
Oh, Webber was over.
Tony McDice was like, he was doing his best Brian McKnight doppelganger. Like, no, that was not.
They were over. They were over.
Man was trying to find a new hit. He's trying to make a new hit, man.
Wait.
They were over.
Hey, but wait, so I'm the only one taking Brian?
And chill. You and chill.
You and chill.
You, of course, chill. You got chill on your side.
No, Marz, you got Luka?
At 23.
Off the top of my head, me just thinking about it, I'd probably lean with LeBron, but I'd want to think about this a bit more.
You wouldn't lean with
Don't tell me why I would do.
I know you would. I know you. You'll lean with Luka.
I personally got Bron too.
Oh my God.
That's why you L host.
Oh, are you this high on Luka?
I mean, well, you think
you
LeBron's
just
the
low
same
on
at 23, he's averaging 34, 9, and 9.
Listen,
Hey, Ron, that's nasty.
LeBron's career went like this. Okay, he came into the league averaging 20 a game, right? And he got better. He had no jump shot, and we already went through all his losses and turbulence and things that he had to do to get to be the best player in the world. Luka came into the league a man already. He was playing pro ball, and you didn't see that leap. So what we're going to see is, will Luka get better? He came into the league better, more ready for the NBA.
Facts.
What happens in the next few years is going to be that determining factor.
So you guys think he's going to continue to get better?
I think
I don't.
Maybe.
I don't.
If he gonna get better, oh my goodness! Oh gee,
I don't think he's gonna get better.
Anybody threatening LeBron? He ain't gonna get better.
No, that's not true. Okay, so let's hold on. Go ahead,
It's for you. It's for you.
Because Low does is push buttons. If we're gonna talk basketball, let's talk basketball.
I'm asking a basketball question.
Let's talk basketball.
I'm asking a basketball question. I'm gonna ask you a basketball question. Ron has other plans, but I'm gonna ask you. If Luka gets more, we know that he has some times when he's forced to take some bad shots. His 3-point shooting has been inconsistent at times. If he gets a secondary player that doesn't allow teams to focus so much on him, and he has to do something, won't that make him more efficient, which in turn will make him better? So can't he get better?
Well, go ahead, Ox.
No, you got it.
That does make him better, but how much better? Tone, tell everybody in here, because you had this conversation with me how many times? By year 5, how do I? By
year 5, that's who you are. That's
probably who you are. Now you're probably going to have some better seasons moving forward, but by year 5, this is what we should expect from you around something like this. Yeah. Do I expect Luka to be 35, 9 and 9 for the next 8-9 years? No, I do not expect that. But I expect something similar to this, like 30, 32 a game, something like that. And I expect better seasons. However, do I expect to see Luka at 38, 39, or for him to get immensely better? I think that's a stretch, because I think that Luka is basically not stuck, but he's close to what he used to be, and especially when he came into the league. This is basically who this dude is. Luka doesn't defend. Luka wants to get back to the basketball. Luka plays with the basketball. He doesn't know how to play without the basketball. His entire game is predicated on him being the primary ball handler.
That's LeBron. You just described LeBron.
That's LeBron at 23. You just said the
I think LeBron was better off the ball, though. At 23, LeBron was better. No, listen to what I'm saying.
How would you ever know that? How would you ever know that? Because when Larry Hughes was running the offense,
this is what I'm doing it. When have you ever seen Luka make a back cut? Have you ever seen Luka catch an make a back cut back door, catch an alley-oop? That's what I'm saying. I've never seen Luka do anything without. I've seen him catch and shoot. Yes. Other than that, he doesn't move without the basketball.
LeBron catch and shoot?
At that age, it was suspect. At that age, it was
no. That's no.
The difference,
right?
I never said catch and shoot. I'm talking about moving without the basketball. LeBron is hands down better than him at that time.
He was on top of
that, on the fast break, LeBron's better on the break.
That's more athletic. That's athleticism. Not
okay, well,
what of the game.
So let's take Luka playing with the basketball. Let's take James playing with the basketball. How much better did James get playing with the basketball over the years, as opposed to not playing with the basketball?
Listen, when we're talking past the age of 23, we're having a different conversation.
Why are we having a different conversation? Because we're talking about Luka's trajectory. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about Luka getting better. That's what we're talking about,
I'll
Tone.
answer it though, because when LeBron, because the reason why I'm so hell-bent on this is because 2009 is when LeBron really started making drastic changes to his game. He became a much better defender 2009 on forward, and he became a better jump shot shooter as well, slowly, not immediately, right? So in terms of right now, bro, Luka is a noticeably better jump shot shooter with the ball in his hand. Okay. Just noticeably. He's able to create way more than what LeBron was able to do in those early Cavaliers years. That shouldn't even be arguable.
He's able to create.
I gotta argue it. I gotta argue it.
He's able to create more.
I gotta argue it, Lo. I have to because y'all
what are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about?
He's able to create more.
He can't. What are y'all talking about?
Brown was more of a willing passer. Luka passed when he's forced to pass. Brown's more of a make his teammates type player.
Hey, Lo, are you fighting that, Lo?
What?
Brown was getting criticized for passing the ball.
But how is Luka averaging more assists then?
That's a bold-faced lie.
That's not a lie. That's not a lie.
I hate when people say that shit. I hate when people say that.
Not a lie.
No, LeBron was criticized for passing in crucial situations, not during the game.
He was making good passes. Udonis Haslam was a knockdown mid-range shooter. Braun got double teamed and passing
the nowhere near the first 5 years of his career.
Well, listen, Lo. Well, just listen, Lo. A lot of times, I'm talking about Haslam. Because LeBron, there was times. Put your hands down and listen. If there was times when Bron was getting criticized for passing the ball to Udonis Haslam, and I know this was past 23. I'm just using this as an example. There were times when Bron was getting criticized because in late game moments he got double teamed and passed the ball to a wide open Udonis Haslam in a mid range shot that Udonis Haslam typically knocks down. He was getting criticized for making good passes to open teammates where they were saying, "Oh, Jordan wouldn't have thought of passing that. He would have went up with that shot."
Late game
but LeBron
throughout the entire game.
It don't matter late game or not, bro. You're supposed to make good basketball plays, Lo.
No.
You can't, Lo. You can't always just look at stats and be like, oh, he averaged this, he averaged that. You gotta look at. I'm tired of
this bullshit, bro.
Be tired of it, bro. Be tired of it. Because I just want you to know that the eye test matters too.
I watch him play.
Okay. Well, stop crying, bro. Stop crying. Stop yelling. Listen, I'm saying when you make good basketball plays, there's certain assists. Like I think Ticky, you just said, oh, well, how does he average more assists? It's not. You sometimes when you make an assist, you got to depend on your teammate to make the shot too. It's not just making the pass. A lot of times LeBron was making good basketball plays, Lo. He's not Michael Jordan.
None of that is okay.
On top of that,
if I got it wrong, Fluent, I might be off topic a little bit if that's what you're saying. But that's what I thought we were talking about. I'm saying that I think LeBron was a better playmaker as far as more his willingness to depend on teammates earlier than a lot of superstars were. Like Kobe and Jordan, they had to mature to trust their teammates. I think LeBron was more willing to do that.
Luka.
I'm using other examples. I'm just trying to use references to get you to understand where I'm coming from. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm cool with that. I'm just letting you know what I think. I think that LeBron was more willing to trust his teammates as opposed to, like Luka? I said, Kobe, Jordan, and even Luka. I'll say even Luka because Luka don't trust his teammates. That's why he dribbled the ball for 21 seconds and then passed the ball. He don't want to give that ball up.
Look, on top of that too, when we go with assists, let's keep in mind this Mavericks team scores light years ahead of what that Cavaliers team did too. If that Cavs team was scoring 130 points a game on any given night, well, how many?
But Ron, we got to tell the truth though, Ron. We have to tell the truth about the way LeBron does play. LeBron does hold the ball a lot. He does hold the ball. Hold on, he does hold the ball and control the tempo, the pace of the game. So he does hold off the ball and then kick it when he wants a guy to get off a shot. It's not like he's moving it early. So here's the thing. To me, it's basically they're both similar, but Luka is doing it at a higher production. They both play a similar type of game, but Luka's just giving you better production as far as his numbers all the way across the board. I think LeBron James going to the finals too had something to do with he was in the East versus Luka being in the West. That is a different conference. So I think if Luka was in the East, we would be having a little bit of different conversation. His first couple of years, he lost to the Clippers because the Clippers were a championship level team that he lost to, and he was going 6 and 7 games with them early on. So I think that if we look at that and say, okay, well, if he was in the East, maybe he would have got further in those first few years. Maybe he would have already been to an NBA Finals. We never know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that to me, it's equal. They both play the same type of basketball. It's just that Luka is giving you better production, and his skill level is better than LeBron's on the offensive side of the ball than LeBron was at 23 years old. I don't think you can deny that, especially with and Chill said his level's been the same. That's bull. When he came in the league, he was only averaging 20. Your level can't be the same if you're averaging 14 more points.
No, it's Luka.
4 years later. Yeah, Luka.
LeBron did depend on
Luka came in the league averaging 21.
Right, Luka came in averaging 21, and Chilltown said he was on the same level. Now that's not true. His trajectory has completely increased because you don't go from averaging 21 to 34 5 years later. That's incredible.
They both came into the league averaging 21. They both came in the league averaging 21.
Right, that's incredible, though.
One is, and I get it, it's a different league, so I don't want to focus too much on it. Let me go. Matter of fact, forget that argument, bro. Even the production in the postseason is drastically different. LeBron's accuracy, efficiency, decision-making, playmaking, all of that saw a noticeable drop in the first 3 appearances in the postseason. Luka has not seen a noticeable drop to the level of LeBron at all. And a large reason.
What would the matchup look like, though, Lo? What would the matchup look like?
He just literally faced against the number 1 defense in the league. What are we talking about?
That's that defense. I'm talking about what's the matchup.
So the Clippers are bad defense.
No. I'm not talking about the Clippers. Just like you weren't talking about Kobe. I'm not talking about the Clippers. I'm talking about what's the matchup look like. 08 LeBron against 2022 Luka. That matchup. What's that matchup look like, Lo? Who gets the better of who? Let's just break it down straight to that. Who gets the better of who?
No, and let's take the numbers off the table because that's what you're looking at.
I think Luka is a better player at 23 than LeBron was at 23. I think he's just a better player. I think he's a better shot creator. I think both of them are great playmakers.
Yeah,
but I think Luka is a better shot creator, better floor spacer. He can do more offensively. And at that time in LeBron's career, he had not yet entered his defensive prime. So he was not that good of a defender in 07-08. He was.
I'm not talking about one-on-one. I'm not talking about one-on-one. I'm talking about team versus team. I'm not talking about one-on-one. So let's say that last year team. So let's go 22 versus 22. Let's say last year's Dallas versus that 07 Cavaliers team that got swept by Tim Duncan and them. I want to see that matchup, 22 versus 22. Those teams versus each team. Who gets the better of who?
Better. LeBron is still better.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry. Luka is still better.
You got it right, Lo. There you go. There you go, Lo. There you go.
Luka's still better. Luka is still better.
Lo, to your point,
I ain't mad at you for feeling that way. I ain't mad at you.
I don't think you forget in that. I think you forget in that playoffs when he was 22, LeBron shot like 41% from the field, 28% from 3. Like, I don't think you guys remember. I think you're putting all of his stuff together and forgetting at his early ages he wasn't.
He was
as
not.
efficient.
That's true.
And as a good offensive player as he is, as he became. Luka is that guy now. Can he get better? To Chill's point, I don't know.
Fluent.
Maybe we don't.
Here's the deal breaker.
Luka is playing better offensively than LeBron. I don't.
Fluent. Here's the deal breaker. If Luka had the same athleticism as LeBron, it wouldn't even be close.
I don't think he has.
No. I'm saying. Because I think these guys are looking at LeBron's athleticism at that age and counting that against Luka. I'm saying if they both had the same athleticism, it's not even close. Luka, it's not even close.
Well, then you got to give Brown Luka's jump shot then.
And not only that, but what's Luka? 6'8", he's 6'9". So that's like saying that if this dude was 6'10" instead of 6'7", then
but here's the X factor. I can't put Luka's heart in Bron's chest.
Are you saying Luka has more heart than Bron?
All I know is this, bro. That what was that? Was that game 5? That game 5 that LeBron. I'll finish on this. That game 5 that LeBron had in Detroit, one of the greatest games I've ever saw, and I saw that. Best game I've ever seen. I saw that live. I vividly remember me watching that from start to finish, very vividly. It's actually one of the very earlier games I remember watching vividly. I then proceeded to watch his man in game 6 stink it up. And I'm not saying you got to like remove it, but that one game carries that entire postseason run immensely. That one game carries and rearranges the way that a lot of people view LeBron at that time. LeBron was not that complete of a player at that time, bro. He could not shoot. He could not create on his own anything outside of like 3 to 5 feet. He was constantly getting to the rim, and every team in the NBA knew it. Every team knew it. That is, but if you can't
stop it, if you can't stop it from getting to the rim, why would you stop going to the rim?
I'm not mad at it.
That's all he had. The difference is Luka's significantly more skilled an offensive player at this point in their career.
I feel you on that, Fluent. I do feel you on that, but you know, like Ticket said, if you give Luka LeBron's athleticism,
I'm not giving nobody nothing. That's
the best thing we ever seen.
Nothing.
You know, like, that's why.
Yeah, if
no one gets nothing. You are who you are. I'm not giving you nothing.
Look at what LeBron.
And with that being said, in that argument, I was heavily relying on LeBron's athleticism compared to Luka's athleticism.
That's fine.
I think
that's fine.
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and dive fully into these super chats. I got y'all. All right, my man Roland Curtis said Michael Jordan MVP award trophy. Maybe the NBA can rename the bubble title the LeBron James Bubble Championship. Congrats, LeBron. Hashtag MJ the GOAT. Hashtag
Disney World.
GOAT debate over. Hashtag debate finally over.
Disney World.
That's a crazy. But
Aramis Jones tapped in once again. Appreciate you, player. He said Ticket studied psychology for an hour and observed chill. So if Ticket didn't spit and spray it loud enough for you to hear, you done now?
Nah, thanks for the gas money, sucker.
Oh my god.
Aramis Jones. That's my guy right there.
Aramis Jones once again. He said Ticket only takes L's dominantly.
Just took a 1999.
Aramis Jones.
Just took a 1999 win.
No, Ticket. No, Aramis Jones. Fluent and Chill. Thursdays at 9 p.m. Join us.
I know, right? Come spread that love somewhere else.
Bro. I'll bring you right up.
Yo, he's not done. Aramis Jones said Ticket gets out of breath. Aramis Jones said Ticket gets out of breath just by debating. My guy about to hack a lung.
$40 win.
I'm about to say another 20, boy. Y'all crazy.
Rack them up, Scotty. Y'all can talk about me all day. It's cool. Let's keep going. Like DJ Khaled said.
All right, let's keep going. Teron Blow said, Ticket quote of the night. Chilltown, you must like your steak well done because I'm cooking you. Bars. My laughing effect said at 16, weighted the world on his shoulders, live up to the hype, never got in trouble, class act, came from a single mama, never disrespect his wife by leaving when he made it, great dad and husband.
Hold on, time out. How do you know? Hold on. We don't know he's a great husband. We don't know his personal life. That has nothing to do with basketball.
That has nothing to do with basketball. Homelessness.
Right. That has nothing to do with basketball. That has nothing to do with basketball. And then also lived up to the hype. The man created his own team. He stacked the deck to win. That was his hype. Giannis Antetokounmpo stayed 10 toes down. He didn't front us. Hold on. Hold on, Fluent. Giannis Antetokounmpo is the definition of making it. He didn't run from the smoke. When he hit adversity, he ran through the wall. When Michael Jordan came in the league, that's living up to the hype. Jordan came in the league. He got his ass whooped by the Boston Celtics. Did he run? Did he go switch teams when his contract was up and he could have? No. He re-signed with the Chicago Bulls, stayed 10 toes down, went through the beatings, and overcame the adversity, bro. That's the only problem I have with LeBron James fans, bro. Y'all praise him for stacking the deck, and I don't respect it. Go ahead.
For no money.
Wait, somebody please put that LeBron thing up. LeBron choked and he said, or LeBron played bad and he said 20-some.
What that?
Right here. So Jonathan Peralta said LeBron stunk up the game, question mark. Or stunk up game 6, question mark. 20-14-8. Game 4, 25-11-7. Game 3, 32-9-9. But that game,
that's impressive.
But that game is his only good game. El Bozo.
Okay, and so this is where where you looking at numbers. This is when y'all need to say looking at numbers. If anybody watched that game, That game, LeBron being held at 20 points was ridiculous.
Are we talking about Game 6? Are we talking about Game 6 versus the
Detroit Pistons in 07 in the
Eastern Conference Final?
Yeah.
That series that they won?
When Booby Gibson saved his ass? Is that what we're talking about?
I'm about to say when Daniel Gibson's the one who saved him. The game was like either tied or like very close heading into the fourth quarter. And then LeBron proceeded, I think, to only put up like 6 points in the fourth while Gibson put up 19. They were feeding.
That's
Gibson
not fair, Lo.
How was that not fair?
That's not fair, Lo. Because when he sent that super chat, we were talking about Bron versus Luka. Where would Luka have made it to the Western Conference Finals without Jalen Brunson saving him?
Or Bullock going crazy?
No, I'm not.
That's not fair.
The difference.
And don't forget, they won that series.
The difference is what I'm saying is that it's not like you saying Jalen Brunson saved them. You're talking about the series in which he didn't even play in. I'm talking about a game in which LeBron shot like 2 for 11 in that entire game. He couldn't make a shot. He could not make a shot that entire game. That entire game, he could not make a shot. Those 20 points basically all came from the free throw line. The rest of it, he could not make a shot. They were sagging off him. He couldn't get to the basket anymore. That's what happened in that game.
All right, well, I'm just saying they won that.
There's no way Luka. I'm not. He won it. That's
Listen, all he's saying is this: LeBron James shot 57% in that fourth quarter from the free throw line and put up 8 points. Daniel Gibson put up 19 and went 5 of 6 from the line. That's why basketball is
throwing numbers. Did you want to throw numbers?
That's fine, but we were talking about individuals, and from an individual
that hurt Chill bad. That hurt Chill feelings real bad. Fluent. Chill hurt. Look at Chill, Fluent. That's a body shot right there. Boy, that boy don't never talk about them stats. I'm glad you bringing them up tonight.
LeBron was putting up a lot of volume numbers that postseason run, and thanks he was playing great. But in contrast to Luka's putting up volume numbers, and the accuracy, efficiency is there. All of it is still there. So yeah, shout out to LeBron, but he was not playing to the par in which y'all think he's playing just off of points, rebounds, and assists. No, he was not. He wasn't. He just wasn't.
I'm gonna stop. Let's go more super chats.
Yeah, we can go. I can see Chill Town is upset right now. I'm sorry, OG.
I'm not. I'm just over this James thing, man. I mean, I've made as many points that I can make. I've gone over this with you dudes 1,000 times, and
but you know what it is. It's not just
no.
you.
I don't know what it is, Tony. It is me.
You.
It is me. And the reason why it's me is because when you and the rest of y'all dudes, when y'all get on here, y'all come at me with this garbage.
No, I'm not coming at you. I'm saying it's the other. I'm just so over this. It's the other James fanboys who are like, he carried that team to the finals. Oh, but he didn't play. But he didn't play well in the fourth quarter, and Daniel Gibson did this and this. Well, that's different. He got swept in the finals by the Spurs. Oh, but that's because he was too young. So hold on. So he's young. He's old enough to carry the team all by himself. 1v5. He's the only reason why they were a top 5 defense. And in the fourth quarter, well, that doesn't count. Oh, in the finals, he wasn't young enough. Make it consistent. And again, I'm not saying you. I'm saying the other people.
No, you're saying him. No, cook him. Cook him. Cook him. You're saying him.
Hey.
What Chilltown say? Cook him, Fluent. Do not let your foot off his neck. Don't make me go get Haley for her to come in here and get it right. Stay on his helmet.
Oh man,
we need all of this. That man sit up there and said they didn't get LeBron any help, but all this time, every time you turn around, it's LeBron that was coming up small and them teammates coming up big, like Booby did in the NBA Finals.
This is what I'm talking about right here, Lo. You started this. This is what I'm talking about, Lo.
I'm sorry.
Every time he coming up small, but his teammates is coming up big. This is.
I'm sorry. We can continue. We can go.
Marz, are you okay?
Scotty. I'm bored. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just bored.
Oh my goodness.
Can we do this? Is entertaining for you, Marz?
Not really.
Is anybody?
Marz likes to play footy.
Oh my god.
Wake up, boy. Wake up. Get some Folgers in your cup. Let's go.
All right. So KB Knows Ball said Jordan Poole can be a really good player in this league. His lack of consistency and wasted movement is what's hindering him. Blame his garbage trainer.
But he's averaging 29. He's averaging 29 without Steph Curry and 20 with him. Shut the hell up.
He's trolling. KB is trolling. Get him out of here.
Troll. That's troll talk.
I know who KB is.
He can't be trolling. He knows ball. He's KB knows ball, no?
Oh my god.
Yeah, all right.
San 8 said, why doesn't Embiid get the respect for Defensive Player of the Year? He's first in defensive rating and sixth in blocks. The Sixers' defense is horrible when he's off the court and top of the league when he's on the court.
He does get that respect.
I said he should be the MVP.
He said DPOY.
He does get the respect as a defensive player. I think the year that Rudy Gobert won it, he finished third behind Anthony Davis. So people recognize Embiid as an elite defender. I know I recognize him as an elite defender. I think he could be a better rebounder. I think his rim protection is just as good as any other big in the game, but I think he could be a better rebounder. I think that's my only knock on him.
I don't think he's a DPOY. I don't think he's gonna win it. I don't think he should win it.
AD was better than him when he was healthy.
Who should win it, Low? Exactly. Okay,
your guy. I ain't gonna lie. Your guys out there in Toronto, if they were winning games,
if they were winning games, OG for sure. Yeah,
I thought it was Anthony Davis. To be honest with you,
if AD was healthy,
I thought he was playing like the defense.
I still think you got to put Giannis up there for what he's doing,
and I think Giannis also in the conversation.
Yeah,
that's good.
Shout out to Embiid.
I think it's Davion Mitchell personally.
I hate Davion Mitchell in Sacramento. I hate him up there.
That's just Bob.
I thought Herb Jones was going to win it.
We getting it together.
I know y'all getting it together, but the problem is that backcourt that y'all got up there, Davion Mitchell. As long as Fox is up there, Davion Mitchell is not a backup. I think he's a starter in this league. And as long as he up there, he's never going to reach his potential. He's going to always be behind Fox, and they ain't moving off of Fox.
I agree with that.
Still mad at you,
Davion is super underrated.
Still mad at you.
All right, fellas, on to the next super chat. Ed said, what do y'all think about Jerry Stackhouse and how good was he?
Buckets.
I'll let y'all handle that one.
Buckets.
Another one of AI's teammates in Philly.
Jerry Stackhouse was overrated, and he let his ego get in the way of being a really good player.
So somebody's speaking facts. Okay.
I mean, he did.
Jerry Stackhouse, one of them dudes, man. I like Stack, man. Stack don't play no games, man.
No, he don't.
Like I said, he is exactly what you said with Stackhouse, man. You just got to know Stack to know. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that like that.
Way of saying I'm right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Bro. Stack, hey man, shout out to Jerry Stackhouse.
Liam McLean said, if you charge the car battery on, or if you charge the car battery on while Ticket's talking, it would never die.
I appreciate the fire.
High energy, yeah, that's nice.
Thanks, you. I appreciate
Liam.
it.
Thanks, Liam.
Ace 30 tapping in. He said, toddler, Ticket called Marz a female, but want to get sensitive when people tell him he has to respect or to have respect.
That was after, but Ace 30, no problem. Appreciate the fire, dog. Salute.
Ant Boy Spice said, chill, you have LeBron as the GOAT. How do you not have him beat in Orlando? Come on.
We already went over this.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. The greatest I've ever seen.
We already went over this.
Hey, yo, chill. That's your quote for life. The greatest I've ever seen.
Absolutely. And I still stand on it. The best I ever seen.
Until someone comes along and better.
Facts,
I don't think I'm
bro.
going to be allowed to see him.
Oh, no. You healthy. You're a vegan. You'll be allowed a long time.
I don't think I'm going to be allowed to see him. I doubt it.
You might be seeing him already.
Oh, fire. David Rutherford said, hey, yo, chill. You from Jersey City? I've been watching for months, but never picked up on your name. Too much yelling from Ticket, LOL.
Born and raised, man. I'm from Chill. That's where Chilltown come from. Chilltown, Jersey City. Born and raised. No doubt.
You know how many people ask me if you're from Chicago because they think it's Chi-Town?
Well, Chilltown, JC. That's where I'm from. Born and raised.
All right, fellas. Web Slinger sent in a start bench cut. One hit wonder championship teams: the 08 Celtics, the 2019 Raptors, and the 2011 Mavericks.
Start Mavs, bench Celtics, cut Raptors. Start Mavs, bench Celtics, cut Raptors. Mavs had the toughest finals path in the championship and that whole group. The wouldn't have won if KD was healthy. The Raptors, so you cut them and you bench the other team.
The 08 Celtics.
You start the Celtics.
We are going to
No. You start Dallas. No, you start Dallas.
You start the Celtics and you cut Dallas.
We are going to start the Raptors.
You start Dallas because Dallas.
Everybody else.
No. You start Dallas because they beat Kobe. They beat Kobe, KD, LeBron, D Wade, all them dudes in their prime.
Yeah, the Celtics beat Kobe too.
No. But I'm saying they beat
The
all
Raptors
the other
put an
dudes in
end
their prime.
to a
They beat
super
LeBron
team
James. They
dynasty.
beat D-Wade. They beat all them dudes in their prime, bro. KD.
Just so you know, Ticket, that 08 Celtics team, they beat the Lakers team, and Kobe Bryant won the league MVP that year in the finals.
No, but you're not hearing me. You're not hearing me.
You just said it.
Right, no,
you just said it in
hold
LeBron.
Hold on, chill. No.
Either way, you start that
all
Celtics
them
team.
dudes. Hold on.
Yeah,
Dirt beat all them dudes in the same
Marz
year.
dynasty.
Right? They did. Now you can sell me the logic. You can sell me the logic on Dallas.
Thompson has never been the same ever since.
You could sell me the logic on Dallas because they beat the defending NBA champion Los Angeles Lakers. You could sell me on that logic. But when
but what about everybody else they beat? Hold on. They beat all those dudes. He beat KD.
They beat
Russell
a young
Westbrook.
They beat a young Oklahoma City team. Sure.
No. He beat KD, who was one of the best players in the league.
Right.
He beat Russell Westbrook. He beat LeBron James, D-Wade, Chris Bosh in their prime, Kobe Bryant, and Pau Gasol. Cut it out, man.
What about those teams? What about those teams matched up? That Celtics team damn near sweeps that Mavericks team.
I think they handled that.
Hold on, let me say this to you. Hold on, that's a lie. That's a lie. That Celtics team went. Hold on.
5. It might go to 5.
Bobby. That's a lie, homie. The Celtics team went 7 games every round. Every round in the East, they went 7 games. They almost lost to the
lie. You know good and goddamn well that Celtics team beat that Mavericks team.
The disrespect for the Raptors is ridiculous. The Raptors beat the Jimmy Butler and Embiid Sixers. They beat your guy Giannis, the best player in the game, and they ended the Warriors dynasty. Put some respect.
They beat Giannis when Giannis was a baby. They beat the Warriors when
Giannis was a baby.
Giannis is a baby, but KD is KD.
No, Giannis is not a baby.
Let me say this. Hold on. Compared to what he is now, Giannis was a baby, bro.
But KD, that means KD was a baby as well in 2011.
Hold on, but how many? No. I'm saying, how many years was Giannis dominating when they won that series?
He won the MVP that year.
No, I'm saying, I'm not asking you. I'm saying, how many years was Giannis dominating?
That was like his second year. That was like his second year dominating.
Right. So okay. So what I'm saying is that they beat him like that. They beat a wounded Warriors team, and then the team they beat at the buzzer. Cool, no problem.
That's the Warriors' problem. They should have been hitting the cryo chamber or something. Look. The Raptors team coming off the bench and the Mavericks team, they're going home. If you match up all those teams against each other, the Mavericks not beating either one of them.
The Mavs had the hardest strength of schedule out of all those teams.
I don't care, Ticket. I don't care. I'm talking about if you match those 3 teams up. Yeah. I'm not talking about who they played to get there. I'm talking about if that Mavericks team can't get with the Celtics, that Mavericks teams can't get with that Toronto team.
The Celtics won 7 games every series in the East. They won 7 games with the I'm talking about match those teams up. That Celtics team against that Mavericks team is beating they ass. It's not
hold on, Bob. Real quick, Bob. Before we go any further, just so you know, Tone, the boogeyman left the Eastern Conference in the 18-19 season. That's why
he was scared.
Don't.
You know what he does when Kawhi goes on the court? He looks back and he goes, "Ah, shit."
So yeah.
You know what he does when Kawhi goes on the court?
That's right.
Oh, shit. You get scared when Kawhi comes on the court.
I got the 08 Celtics.
Hold on, real quick.
I got the 08 Celtics, then the Mavericks. Then
but hold on, but did I lie about the Mavs though? Did I lie?
No, I think the Mavs are up there. No. I think the Mavs are up there, but I just
so let me ask you, because I heard what Bobby just said, but why do you put the Celtics over that Mavs team, bro? They beat Kobe, Powell. Go ahead.
I'm about to say because they have one of the greatest defensive units in NBA history.
But they win 7 games every series, and they win 7 games. They almost got beat by the Hawks. They had to come back and win that game in Game 7 against the Hawks in the first round.
I get that, but I mean, I can do the same thing for a lot of all-time great teams. That doesn't mean that like.
No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the 3 teams we're just talking about.
I know. I get that.
They almost lost. It wasn't running through dudes. The Dallas Mavericks was kicking dudes' ass and taking names.
And that's fine. This Boston Celtics is one of the greatest defensive units of all time. That's the reason why I had them.
I can't agree that they won 7 games running the East every series. I can't agree that, bro.
You got it.
I got that Raptors team off the bench.
No, the Raptors gonna get cut for sure.
Y'all sleeping. You don't watch basketball. That's all. All right.
Oh my god.
Next super chat.
I just think that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You good.
Y'all disrespect us, man. Y'all sad, bro.
No, we not disrespecting them. We're not disrespecting them. We're not disrespecting them.
He went through everybody, bro. He went through everybody.
Even though even though they did sweep the Lakers, right? They did sweep the Lakers. I'm
love
not gonna
put
fight
that
that.
Kobe stuff in. I know you like to keep going.
No, and they handled Miami.
You like that. Keep going. You nasty. Keep going.
Miami was up in that series. Miami was winning.
Walked
Miami
them-
was
and
up
walked
in
them
that,
down.
and they straight walked them down. So I can't even argue that. Absolutely not. But the Boston Celtics did. I mean, they ended up beating. Don't
But
forget.
they struggled. Hold on. They struggled to get to the finals in the weak East.
But with that, you keep saying in the weak East. You do remember that. I mean, Kevin Garnett was.
Hold on. Did they almost lose to the Hawks in the first round in Game 7?
If you look at that matchup with Josh Smith and
Josh Smith.
Joe Harris,
No, stop, please,
that was a terrible matchup for them.
Chill, come on, stop.
Atlanta Hawk teams was really good.
No way! No, stop.
I'm clearly with Hartford and Josh Smith and.
Hey, Lo, what you been talking about, bro?
I just want to make sure I'm not going crazy. So with Josh Smith and Big Shot, Joe Johnson,
Al Horford,
Jeff Teague. I mean,
Teague wasn't there yet.
Teague wasn't there yet.
Oh, hold on.
Take Teague off the table. But with these dudes, that was a bad matchup because they were younger and they were athletic. So then you move to the Cavs, who they ended up going 7 with when James does what he does, and then they ended up
Detroit in 6.
Right, they beat Detroit in 6, and Chris Webber was over. We already know that, no doubt. But with that also being said, they beat that Laker team too. In 6,
yeah, without Andrew Bynum. Without Bynum. Without Bynum, Pau Gasol got work. The dude you were sitting over here capping for last week, he got work. So put that again.
He did get outplayed, no doubt about that.
That's nowhere near impressive with the man.
He did get outplayed.
Starting the Raptors next.
Okay, no. Also, Atlanta was a losing team that year. Just FYI.
Still, Town, this is the worst episode, man. You got cooked tonight.
Atlanta was a bad team that year. I don't know how they got pushed to 7. They should never got pushed to 7.
Hey, chill. You want some mashed potatoes? You want some gravy with the mashed potatoes, dog? I love you, bro. Hey, I love you to death, bro. I ain't never seen you get cooked like tonight. I mean, Fluent was handing it to you. Low, me, man. You got work for everybody tonight, bro.
Hey man, listen, man. When you swell up enough eyes, you're gonna get your eyes swollen. So I've swollen up enough. I've swollen up enough eyes. And so your eye gonna get swollen if you swell up enough eyes. And I've swollen up enough eyes.
Man? Little man, what's up, dog?
What's up?
What's up?
A little bass.
Yeah, he did. He was like, "What's up? What's up?"
Hey.
Shout out the young Fluents. Shout out the young Fluents of this world.
The Fluent twins in the house.
Free music. Duncan is a top 5 basketball player of all time. Never losing season. He's never talked about. That's a fact, man. It's a top 5 player right there, man. All time. Fact.
Yeah, but he also had the most stability out of all those guys.
What do you mean?
Huh?
His team. I mean, he had his core was together for the most time out of all those guys. Him. Ginobili, Parker, they had like a good core with the coach. Those other teams, they had like broken years. Like the Lakers had broken years.
He won 2 of his rings before they were even.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, but he had a base core on that team that was, you know what I'm saying, that was together for almost over a decade. Nobody else had that. Nobody else had that much time together as Tim Duncan had with stability on that team. As far as coming in with Pop, having the stability of having David when he first came in, Sean Elliott, all those other dudes, and then shifting over to Ginobili and Parker, they was together more time. If Shaq and Kobe were together that amount of time, they would have blown them dudes out the water with rings.
I think Tim Duncan.
Why does this matter? I don't get it. Why does that matter?
It matters. Hold on. It matters because when you do have that type, it's rare that you get that type of stability in the NBA where you get a team that stays that their prime guys are together that long. Normally, it's money that causes them to break up or injury or something like that. Those dudes stay together for like a decade together. That's really unheard of in NBA history. I mean,
Marz, you don't think that's a big deal, Marz?
Does anybody here have Tim Duncan top 5?
Oh, I do. I have Tim Duncan top 5, but he's my top 5.
You have him top. Where do you have him?
Just number 5.
You have him at 5?
Yeah, for sure, without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
You can't hear you, Bobby.
Ron, I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. We gonna have to skip it because I can go on and on about Tim Duncan. So
y'all can hear me now?
Y'all can hear you now.
Yeah. I have Tim Duncan at 5.
Yeah,
and I think towards what Ticket was just saying, I think they stay together simply because Tim Duncan being their superstar wasn't no prima donna. Where you don't got that with a lot of cats. A lot of the superstars they're prima donnas, and Tim Duncan wasn't one.
Well, not only that,
so as an individual player, forgetting the teams that he had, the coaching he had, all the stability, all that stuff, you have him ahead of, I'm assuming, who? Kobe, Olajuwon, Wilt, Russell, all those, Shaq. You have Duncan over all those guys as an individual player.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, you're right. We need a lot more time to get into it.
Yeah, we need a lot.
Not an hour 2.5.
Yeah.
All right, on to the next super chat. One, thanks for chiming in, bro. He said, which perimeter player would the panel want to see play in today's game? For me, it's Mac. I'm assuming he's saying T-Mac.
T-Mac?
Kobe Bryant. Because Kobe Bryant would destroy these dudes. It wouldn't even be funny, man. The rules they're playing at now, the way they can score the ball, Spidey just had 71. Kobe would have scored 100 in this era.
I do think Kobe would have scored 100.
Kobe would score 100 in this era.
100.
So I'll just Kobe because he's my favorite player all time. But I'll go like, it would have been nice to see like Jerry West, maybe a little Pete Maravich. Like
Fluent. We were robbed of that, Fluent. We were robbed of that Kobe and LeBron. We were robbed of Kobe and LeBron, Fluent.
Yeah,
I really wanted to see that, bro. I really wanted to see that Kobe and LeBron. That Kobe and LeBron would have answered every question we ever had.
Yeah, they would have just played in the finals. Didn't do his job. LeBron couldn't keep up his end of the bargain.
Why are y'all doing this to chill, man?
Hey, that's the greatest player I've ever seen.
OG, who would you want to see in today's game, OG, man?
I think it's Jay, to be honest with you. I think Jordan would be awesome in today's game as a perimeter player.
No, you don't want to see that because we really won't be talking about you.
Every episode I have to bring up this player. Every episode I have to bring up this player. So I'm gonna bring up two. Our guy, me and Ron's guy, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, because he was perfect. And I would have loved to see in that era and in more of Drazen Petrovic. I think Drazen Petrovic would have tore up this league right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna say a different name as well. I'm gonna say Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas in today's league.
Age 0. Okay.
Yeah. A healthy.
I would have liked to see Hakeem Olajuwon today.
I guess.
He'd have probably been averaging around 34, 35.
Maybe more.
Yeah, he'd be Jokic with some defense.
All those big men.
Better than Jokic.
Hey, bro. All those big men.
Why would he not just be Embiid?
Hold on, think about it. Think about it. Well, I think
he'd be better than Embiid too.
Because I think you forget. Olajuwon did play for his time outside of outside of the paint more than most big men of that era. And I think with the lack of big men in today's game in the open lanes, I think he would be passing the ball a lot more to those 3-point shooters. Which, if you look at the Houston's roster when they won, they tried their best to put shooters around him. And that's why they were successful. So now you put him in a league where guys are shooting 40% from 3. He would have had a ton of assists where he's kicking it out for threes. I think it would have been phenomenal.
Let's just say that's
not Jokic. But...
Yeah, this is not. But let's say
he's not. He's better than Embiid.
Yeah, I'm saying he Embiid better
defense. Better defense than both those guys.
He's
Embiid.
He's
better on both sides of the ball. I got a quick question for you, real quick. You said you wanted to see Jay in this era. Do you still think that LeBron will be the GOAT if Michael Jordan played in the same era?
Oh my God, everything's about LeBron. Jesus.
No, I just asked him one question. I just asked Chill because Chill said LeBron's the greatest player he's ever seen. So I'm just asking him. You said you wanted to see Jay play in this era. So I'm saying if Jordan, I'm saying to you, if Jordan played in this era with LeBron James, who do you think would come out on top as far as the better player in the era?
James. I still stand on the logic that the only thing Jordan did better than him was score.
Chill. Damn.
Jeez. Man.
Shit.
No doubt, homie. No doubt.
Dub is gonna have a field day with that clip.
Stojakovic
is another. Stojakovic is another one.
Shout out to Stojakovic, my Pauk brother. All right,
Stojakovic had a crazy burner.
Steve Nash. Steve Nash is someone who I'd want to see in today's era.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna say Chris Paul.
Reggie Miller.
I'm just playing.
That's fire. They love Keith said, give me your top 5 difficult shot makers. I got in order. Steph at 1, Kobe at 2, Jordan at 3, Carmelo at 4, and Trae Young at 5.
Bro, take that off this kid. Yo,
check it out.
Take that off the screen today, Ron. Take that off the screen right now.
But look though. I do want everybody
maybe
to go around.
difficult shot takers.
I want everybody to go around and give us at least
Still
one.
would not be Trey.
He takes
Kobe should be unanimous number one as well.
Yeah, Kobe should know one.
Kobe's
Well, hold on. If somebody says somebody, we don't mention them. But I just want to hear from everybody who's a difficult shot maker that you like.
Dame was a pretty difficult shot maker.
Not more than Kobe.
Yeah.
Not more than Bryant. I won't say that. No,
I think everybody agrees Kobe won.
Yeah, if Kobe's one, man, get Trae Young off that list. What are we doing, man? There's players in today's league that hit more difficult shots than he does.
T-Mac should be on that list before Trae Young.
Makes more difficult.
Kyrie makes more.
Kyrie for
I
sure.
agree. T-Mac,
Even
T-Mac
KD
takes more.
Yeah, I wanted to say T-Mac. KD makes difficult shots. They just look really easy.
So no, I don't know why. Get Trae Young off that list, boy.
All right, fellas. Double P came with the super chat, not basketball related. He said, "This is for last week. Don't let Marz fool y'all. Pele is better than Messi. 127 goals in a calendar year. 127 is greater than 91. I have more arguments, by the way, like the goal ratio, GA ratio. I respect you, Marz, but Pele is number one."
R.I.P. the GOAT.
R.I.P. Pele, man.
R.I.P. the GOAT.
Now you can't even say nothing, Marz.
Messi's the GOAT. He's better than Pele.
Don't even say not just better. Marz said Pele is overrated.
Marz, you sad, bro.
Marz said that he was better than Pele.
Facts. I'm better than Pele.
Marz, that's bad, Marz.
R.I.P. the GOAT.
Right. Yeah.
He could. Hey, Marz couldn't go to Brazil and say that right now.
No, he would not be able to do that. They'll never find your body, Marz. I promise you that. They'll never find your body.
All you hear about is the legend of Marz.
They'll never find your body, B.
Bro, that man said Pele's overrated, bro. Come on, man.
That's wild.
Edin Tunji Akinde said, "Can we talk about the Timberwolves? The trade looks horrible."
It killed me when I said the team was going to be trash. They killed me. They killed me in the run. All of a sudden, I didn't know what I was talking about.
For this, I was
yes, you was wrong.
I was wrong.
Yo, I told you.
Y'all just piling up on Chilltown this episode.
You and Low was wrong. You both ganged up on me when I told y'all they were going to be garbage. I told you.
I thought that trade was also going to be bad. I just didn't think it would be this bad this year.
Hey, Low, your boy's overrated, Low. Your boy got exposed. Rudy Gobert. He's getting exposed. You hyped up Rudy Gobert. That's not the reason why that team is trash. No, yes, it is. The whole team is saying it. Their whole team is saying this. Rudy Gobert is the reason. They're saying he can't catch. He got too many turnovers. He's not as good of a defensive player as you say he is. The whole team is saying that. Look at the articles.
And they all are bad. All of those players who saying that ain't never won before Rudy Gobert got there. All of them.
But they had a better season.
1 year? 1 year. Gobert been doing that for like several years down in Utah. Stop. No.
Man, y'all sold on Rudy Gobert. He ain't like that to me. I'm sorry, bro. I don't see it.
Hey, like I said on the Players' Choice show a while back when they first did it, I wasn't mad at them for trying it out, and I still thought that it could work. But their whole objective was that they can get that same haul that they lost to get Rudy by trading Cat the next year. So I'm not mad at it still. I'm still not mad at it.
Well, like I said on the Fluent and Chill show, it's not going to work, and it didn't work.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Now you're more fluent.
It's only January, Fluent. It's only January.
January.
I'm about to say we basically halfway through the season.
Make a difference.
That's halfway. That's only 50%.
It's done, Bob. It's done, bro. It's over with, bro.
I'm just trying to be optimistic. That's just the type of cat I am.
Dudes, man, them dudes fighting with each other now. They throwing Rudy Gobert under the bus. Rudy Gobert arguing with the fans. Man, it's over with, though.
All right, fellas, into the next super chat.
That was meant to be not.
Tyson Thomas said, "How is it a super team if one man led in points, rebounds, assists, and steals? It's illogical. Put some respect on LeBron's name."
Somebody got to take a step back when you put a super team together.
Can we please? Yeah, can we please, boy?
These are the box score watches that I get compared to.
That's what I'm saying. This is
what I get labeled as this nonsense.
Yeah, y'all gotta stop, bro. Y'all have to stop, bro.
Web Slinger said, Ticket A. Smith goes on long-winded rants, and when somebody rebuttals, he interrupts them every 5 syllables, then gets mad when he gets muted, laughing my ass off.
But you ain't going nowhere. You right here listening.
And tipping.
And tipping. So keep it going.
Thank you.
Destin Thorne said LeBron's game wasn't developed fully and was still unstoppable that series. Mo Williams didn't show up at all. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
How was he unstoppable? He was shooting 30-something%, bro.
I was about to say, what are you talking? It was clearly
Y'all dudes
unstoppable.
going, hey man, bro, y'all saying
What?
Unstoppable.
Unstoppable is y'all dragging it, boy. Y'all
No one's
dragging it.
unstoppable.
man, they literally look at stats, Lo. They don't look at the percentages, they look at the number.
No way.
Low, you be off that too. Don't
I've
believe in the
watched
eye
that
test.
game. I've watched all of LeBron. I've watched
the highlights.
Hey, Lo, I never found out, where did you have LeBron all time?
I got him second.
Even with all that stuff you don't said about him, you got him second?
Second, man. Got him second.
Lo, that's nasty. Y'all dudes get nasty at night over here, bro.
I had Braun at like 8, and they start tripping.
Come on, man. That man got Braun at second, bro.
Look at chill. Look at chill.
Hey, but look though, I don't think that's that crazy. If he got LeBron at 8 and Chill got Kobe at 11,
that's crazy too to me.
No,
all that's crazy.
That's,
all of it
that's
crazy.
wild.
Two
That's
things
wild.
can be crazy.
Yeah, both crazy. How about that?
Aaron Miss Jones
my
still
man
tapping. He coming back again. He said part 2. You would think with the development of athletes and leaps and bounds we've made with modern sports medicine, there would be less injuries. But every season it seems to occur more and more. Why do you think that is?
I can answer that question because players today are soft as shit, and every time they have a hangnail, they need to take a day off. And the modern medicine actually isn't making them better. The guys like LeBron who take HGH and other guys, you'll see them, Christian McCaffrey, who take steroids to get built. Those are show muscles.
Hold on, say that. Hold on, stop right there. Say that again.
And those people, you heard what I said, and those people are often get hurt. It's not like
hold on, say that one more time. LeBron who takes what?
HGH.
Okay, so hold on. If that's truly what you feel, then all the things he's done should be eliminated, right?
Nah.
If they did it to everybody, yes, but they don't. Barry Bonds took steroids. He's still a great hitter.
No. I'm saying in basketball. I ain't talking about another sport. I'm saying in basketball.
You still got a ball though. You still got a ball.
You still got to play. You still got to play.
Hold on. I'm saying, but if you're on enhancements, hold on, Fluent. If you're on enhancements, that gives you an advantage against everybody else.
I got about 25 different LeBron topics today.
Yeah, I was trying to say it about everybody.
There's
more.
To answer
he just said he thinks LeBron was on HGH. So I'm saying if he thinks
I don't think that's a given. It's factual.
Everything they say. You agree with that, Lo? You agree with that?
When he went from Miami, he left for Miami to go back to Cleveland. We all know that he took. That's what helped him.
So do you believe? Do you agree with that, Lo in Chilltown, that LeBron was on steroids?
Why wasn't he busted then?
No, on HGH. Well, okay, I guess it's a type of steroid.
You said steroid. I mean HGH, human.
No, you talking about that first year in Cleveland when he left mid-season to go back to Miami.
Yeah, and he gained 20 pounds when he came back that year.
It did look kind of sus. I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all, man. It was pretty sus. He lost. He lost.
In the fight, bro.
Hold on. Let's be clear. And I'm not picking on LeBron. I was talking about everybody because I think everybody's doing something. Let's be clear. Hold on. He goes to Cleveland. He's not himself. He doesn't look right. He's not playing great. Go look back at the beginning of that return to Cleveland. He goes to Miami, right? They have receipts of him buying HGH, and then he comes back bigger, stronger, faster than ever before. And they have the. What did you bought it for someone else?
Never
I ain't saying that. I ain't saying that this ain't legit, but I never heard that information. For real, will be made a video out of it.
For real,
I'll send it to you. It's not. I thought it was public knowledge. I thought we all already agreed on this.
The receipts, no.
So you don't agree with that, Phil? You don't think he's on nothing?
How come he never got busted?
No, I'm asking you. No, I ain't asked you did he get busted. I asked you. I asked you. Do you think LeBron James took HGH?
No, I do not think James.
That money goes. Come on.
I do not think James is on steroids. No, I don't.
Hold on, Ron. That's a great question. Let me ask you one question, Phil.
Round the shoulders like that naturally. It's just
how was he hovering around 280 something pounds in Miami then?
Yeah,
muscle.
I do. I vividly remember when he came back from Miami.
Right.
We was going from Miami to Cleveland. He was looking like a backup singer before that season started. He was skinny as hell. And he ain't never looked that skinny since he basically came into the league. And he started off the season, and people don't look at the box score. They're gonna be like, "Oh, he's averaging 27." Like he just wasn't the same player. He just clearly was not the same player. And then
he was on keto.
He took
2 weeks. He came back.
He took a break. He took a break. He came back. Somebody else, man.
I don't. Well,
Yeah.
so if that, and even if that's true, Lo, because I ain't gonna fight the fact that he came back different. And then why wasn't he? Because if you're taking steroids are illegal. Steroids are not legal. Steroids are illegal, and guys have been banned from the league for taking steroids, for taking illegal substances. That's a fact. So if that's true, what do you mean? Tone?
Go look how many have been busted in the NBA versus how many have been taking them. The number is
to be honest with you, Tone, I didn't even know that steroids was a thing in the NBA until like dudes like OJ Mayo, and I didn't even know steroids was a thing in the NBA
until OJ Mayo.
Well, I mean, what did he get? What did he get banned for?
No, I'm saying, but it took until OJ Mayo for you to know that it was steroids. No
one wants to know. No one wants to know.
Steroids for me, steroids was a football thing. Like basketball players don't take human growth hormones. Basketball players don't take.
But LeBron like a football player.
Basketball players do. Football players do. Baseball players do. They all do to certain levels.
John Sally said they've been doing it since the 90s.
Yeah, they've been. Barkley and them have been on record saying that they used to shoot up and all that stuff. But wait, I'll say this real quick. On Ticket. Look, I'm not saying that he did it. I'm not because I don't know if I'm not 100% sure if he did it or not. All I'm saying is that if there is a player who would get away with it, he would get away with it. He would.
But Lo, here's my last question to y'all about this. So if any player, not just LeBron James, cheats and takes a performance enhancement, should their record be wiped?
No.
The entire record? No, I don't think.
No, because I'm saying no. Because listen, no. I'm saying because let's say LeBron's getting ready to pass the all-time leading scorer record, right? Yeah. But let's say that the performance enhancements allowed to help him get through injury recovery faster, or it helped him be able to because like if you're in boxing and you get caught, you're automatically disqualified. Boom, you lose. I mean, you're suspended, and you know what I'm saying. If you're look what happened to Lance. Look what happened to Lance. The cyclist. They took all of his accolades. They stripped all of his accolades. Right. So I'm asking y'all if he was doing something illegal, Ticket, absolutely, all of that stuff got to go. If he was doing something illegal and they caught him, all that stuff I'm out.
Ticket will be making a 50-minute biopic.
We have precedent in other sports. I know you don't want to talk about other sports. In other sports where they've taken it, and Roger Clemens doesn't lose all his strikeouts. Barry Bonds doesn't lose all his home runs. Like this is something that's in all sports now. To what levels they want to pursue it and prosecute it, it's different. I don't think the NBA is basically like, yo, we don't want to talk about it, and we don't. That's why the first you heard about it was OJ Mayo, right? Like, think about that. It's around. It's again, I don't think it's a thing. I gotta see the receipts. Something. I think everybody does something.
Not ticket.
No, that's not true, bro. That's not. I
gotta see the receipts, Fluent.
Yeah, I don't agree with that, bro. But hey, if he does, that does negate a lot of records that he's stacked up over the years, bro. I'm having a different
player. I gotta see the receipts.
Now we got to take under consideration that guys taking stuff, and for example, when Alex Rodriguez was taking steroids weren't illegal. They were not illegal, which means that everybody could have done it. Yeah. Now that means that everybody could have done it. Now if James is taking a supplement, because dudes take vitamins, right? Dudes do stuff like that. If he's taking a supplement that's not illegal, but if he's taking something that's illegal, no, I'm out. Nope, I'm OUT out.
Yo, Jonathan Peralta just chimed in on the subject with a big super chat. He said there is 0 receipts. It is not real. Fluent legitly lying. I want to hear to 2.5K people laughing my ass off. Also, LeBron was on a strict diet like Melo was. He did it because of his back problems. They told him it would help his back. You're nasty on here.
But then he gained. But then it doesn't make any sense for him to gain the weight right back in like throughout the year and then keep it on throughout the.
In 2 weeks. No. He gained it back in 2 weeks.
Guys, it's naive. I'm sorry. Again, I know there's a bunch of people in the chat and they got their favorite players and they want to fight this. It's naive to think that professional athletes who make hundreds of millions of dollars aren't pushing the limits of nutrition to get an edge. Anyone who doesn't think that is just blinded by their own stupidity. I'm sorry. That's the end of that topic. If that's what you think.
But and again, I want to be clear. If you saying that he lost the weight to help a back problem, which I'm not denying, he would then have to just keep that off. He didn't keep it off. He bulked right back up. So that it doesn't. Again, I'm not saying he did it or did not do it, but I remember why he did it. It was a keto diet. He was on a very strict diet, and he lost a lot of weight, but he lost it drastically. That could just be his genetics. I don't know. But then he put it back on. He put it right back on, and he's basically kept it on for the following like 5 or 7 years.
Bro, that nigga LeBron James built like the Rock. Bro.
And listen,
LeBron James built like a slave, bro. He built like a slave, bro.
LeBron. I'm not talking about LeBron. I'm talking about I'm blanketing everybody. So you're making it about LeBron. It's not just about LeBron. Let's be clear.
I understand. But you see all the muscles ripping out that dude like that, bro? I ain't gonna say he did nothing, bro, but God, dog, man, look like a super action hero figure, stuff like that. He look like the real figure, like the real, you know what I'm saying? Dog, I'm just saying, bro, either it's amazing what he did to keep his body like that, or if he cheated, man, that's gonna hurt a lot of people, bro.
But I think it's both. It's still
I'm
amazing.
out, Ticket. And again, I'm not pushing this narrative because I don't believe he did. But if it's the same thing I felt like with King Griffey and Derek Jeter. The steroid era, I know that there was a bunch of people doing it. If I ever found out that Derek Jeter was doing it, if I ever found out that King Griffey was doing it, I'm out.
Didn't Derek Jeter that A-Rod got caught? Derek Jeter didn't get caught, right? Okay.
And like I said,
so to be clear, so you're out. You're out on Barry Bonds, on Roger Clemens, on Edgar Martinez, on Mark McGuire. All those guys are out.
I don't have take it a step further than that. I don't when I look at the baseball Hall of Fame doesn't have any validity with me. And the reason why it doesn't is because those guys that when they was taking steroids, number one, it wasn't illegal, which means everybody could be doing it. And the best players that ever play aren't in the Hall of Fame. I mean, Pete Rose ain't in the Hall of Fame. Nobody got on base more than he did.
That's for gambling. That's different.
Gambling
on baseball. Gambling on his team.
Which he was doing that later on after he stopped playing. That has nothing to do with the 4,100 hits.
He was doing it while he was a manager.
Nothing. So which has nothing to do with the 4,100 hits that he has. So I'm
I agree.
So it could just be creatine because Giannis got jacked up too, bro.
That's what I'm saying. And creatine, we took creatine. From what I understand, creatine was taken back in the 90s. I know people who was on creatine back in the 90s. I didn't know that was a bad thing. I didn't know. I never took it.
Supplements. Back to the original question. Those supplements do deteriorate your bone density, and that's why there's more injuries. Part of the reason.
But I want to be clear. There's been older players who've been on record saying that they used to do it. Barkley's been on record saying it. Kenny's been on record saying it. There's been several players shooting up in the locker room. If they got hurt, they get shot up, or they get shot up after the game. And Barkley's been on record saying he used to take horse pills and all that. Like they on record saying it.
I'm telling you, they push. Like that's what I'm saying. It's naive to think they're not pushing the limit to get an edge. Like it's just with the money that's involved, they have to. It's not. I don't even blame them. I'm not even saying it's a bad thing.
Wait a minute, Ant Boy Spice. Let me ask you a question. If it was somebody that you really Ticket, for example, Ticket is a Jordan guy. If Ticket found out that Jordan was cheating, you think Ticket would be like, yo. That was screw Ticket. That'll pick it up. He'll be like, man, what the hell? So y'all making me look like I'm a. If I found out that James was cheating, I'd be hurt about that. Like, damn, dude, I got behind you.
That's fact, bro.
Right, yo, I was on board with you, and then to find out that you doing that's foul.
This is a crazy convo, just FYI.
Facts.
This is a crazy convo.
Yo, everybody watching, if you haven't hit that
Marz
like button
yet,
yet,
have to do an all-nighter.
Yeah, we should. Oh, Marz, you should not go on the next show, Marz. You should take the night off, bro.
Marz is gonna have to do an all.
We better go quick. Don't they start at 8:30?
Yeah, we gotta go. Ron.
Man, I respect Marz though. Marz, I respect you, dog. You a real one, bro. You put in the work, man. Real talk.
Nah, most definitely. I got a couple more super chats that must.
Let's
be
run
dead.
them through. Let's run it through real quick.
Are y'all gonna let me run them through?
I know, but we got to get Marz a break. We got to get Marz at least a 10-minute smoke break, man.
All right, Marz, you gonna roll us some gas? Oh, you about to right?
You gotta get a 10-minute smoke break on him, man.
Marz, you gotta make sure you get them crumpets with extra sugar.
Oh my god,
that's a crazy combination.
All right, so let's go ahead and get to these last few. Aramis Jones said, "What do you guys think is the reasoning as to why star players get?" Oh, hold on, we just read that.
Zion just got hurt, by the way.
He did hamstring.
Dude, soft, man.
To Tone point,
he's not soft. He's running around lifting weight. I'm lifting.
To Tone's point,
he need to lay off that gumbo.
To Tone's point, yo, dudes don't play through injuries. They
don't play through injuries.
Dudes don't play through injuries, so they can't get their bodies acclimated to get.
You know what though? You know what though? Part of that is their teams and their coach because they don't want them to. Because again, to my previous point, there's too much money involved.
Yeah,
there's too much money involved.
Go ahead,
Hey,
Ron.
man, I got to go, Ron. I got to take my son to jiu-jitsu though.
All right.
All right, dog.
See, Bob.
Peace.
Damn, Marz looking crazy. Like, damn, I wish I could just say that.
Yeah, I'm only 5 years old. Can't use the son excuse yet.
All right, y'all. A couple more. Jonathan Peralta tapped in back on this subject. He said it's a water strict diet. I know what I'm talking about. He don't, but stupidity, I guess. He went to a military personnel who told him to gain muscle. It's literally out there.
All
right. Bill Simmons disagrees. Go talk to him.
That must be LeBron's personal trainer coming at Chill right now.
They'll. I'm not saying he did or didn't do it, but they will definitely put info out there that might not be true to say that he didn't obviously do it.
Possibly, absolutely. All I'm saying is I think everybody pushes the limits. That's the only thing
I'm gonna say this one thing to you real quick. Even overseas, and Chill might know this too, bro. Sometimes before the games, they'll try to give you an injection. Like they'll say, "Hey man, we're gonna give y'all these vitamins for the game." Like, man, you ain't putting.
Be honest. Ticket. And this is no disrespect to Low or to Marz. It's not. But Ticket, Ron, and Chill. Be honest. When you got hurt, university or pro, were you not offered something?
Well, I got hurt playing in high school. I got hurt. I got offered something.
You didn't know what it was. You didn't know what it was.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
I did. I did when I got hurt. I did.
Yeah,
to this day,
I had a difficult time taking a flu shot.
Okay.
What the hell?
To this day, my ankle is still messed up because I was playing football, landed on it incorrectly, then went to go play basketball, just like random pickup basketball the next day, and landed on it so bad that they literally had to walk. I couldn't like put any weight on it at all. I had to call it a day. Bro, the next time I was playing, they were talking about like shooting me up with something, trying to like put me back to play.
No,
bro, I couldn't. And then literally, I didn't take the shot, but I ran out there and played like a week later. And to this day, if I let my foot get stiff, I can literally like hear it cracking when I like move it around my ankle around again.
But that's my point. That's my point. Is I think I'm going out on a limb saying at minimum at university we've all been offered it for sure when you start getting paid. Now imagine it's hundreds of millions of dollars. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
HGH is untraceable. I didn't know that. That's interesting.
I heard that. I did hear that too. Again, don't know.
I did not know that. That's interesting. That one that you.
I'm going to check with the doctor in the house and let you guys know next week.
I did not know that. So,
yo, a couple more from my man Richie Rich TV. He been tapping in all night. Appreciate you, bro. He said, "Is Dwight Howard the most disrespected player of all time?" Then he also said, "Why Jordan Poole not top 10 to 15 under 24?"
No, Dwight Howard the most disrespected.
Dwight Howard did it. Dwight Howard did it to himself. Because I think we all had him really high, and then he started doing weird stuff.
Especially when he beat the GOAT. Let me chill out. I'm sorry.
And then Jordan Poole. I think Jordan Poole is top 10, 15, under 24.
I'm sorry.
The most disrespected all time, in my opinion, or one of them is Chris Webber. And I think because they had such those great King teams, and I think that C. Webb actually went to every team and made him a playoff team except for the Philly team, I believe. I don't think he got enough credit for as good of a player as he was throughout his career.
Braun built like Catcher Freeman from the Boondocks. I never seen that show.
Yo, you see that dude? If you see him, man,
you gotta look it up. Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. On the way out, I don't do this as much as I should. I want everybody to go ahead and drop y'all socials or y'all other platforms where people can come and tap in with you guys at outside of the panel. I know a lot of people come in here and they love what you guys do, so they will probably want to see and hear more from you guys. Where can they find you at? Let's start with you, Lo.
You just find me here, man, and in my mom's crib. That's it, man. That's all I'll be, man. I ain't really being nowhere, but yeah, you just find me on Legend of Winning everywhere. Legend of Winning everywhere, and also I will be dropping that video to expose the old heads video soon.
Hold on, expose what?
No, I'm just playing. Let's
stop playing, Lo, because you're gonna start a war around here.
We need to connect, Lo. We need to talk about something. So
yes,
we on Telegram, whatever. Hit me up.
Don't play around, Lo.
Do it. Where can they find you at?
Sports_Fluent on IG, TikTok, Twitter. The sportsfluent.com site is now up partially, so you can check out all some stuff going on there, and has links to this show, has links to I'm here on Player's Choice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on the panel. PC Gridiron. Check out football. 20 million views on Christmas Day versus basketball, 4 million. So we should be getting more views on Gridiron. And then, of course, me and Chill do Fluent and Chill every Thursday night at 9 right here.
Chill.
I'm on Chilltown Hoops on YouTube. You can find me there. You can find me on Chilltown 32 on TikTok. That's where you can find me at. I ain't hard to find. And I'm here on the panel. And on Thursday nights, I'm on Fluent and Chill with Tone and Haley.
Marz, where you at? Where can we
Haley.
find you? Other than the Player's Choice Discord, where Marz is the legend at.
You better find him in 5 more minutes.
Right here in 5 minutes.
I'm about to be here again in 5 minutes. But,
5 more minutes.
I don't know my social medias. I don't know them.
What?
What?
I don't use anything. I'm just here.
Y'all know this boy is something different, man.
Oh my god!
Actually, you know what, Ron? Sorry, before ticket. Hey, if you know anybody who's looking for a digital marketing agency, I just launched a new company yesterday, Synced Digital. So check that out at sync.ca. Okay, sir, go ahead.
Yeah, that promo can take up my promo time. There's nothing for me to
Well, since you didn't know, I figured I'd steal your minutes.
Yeah, that's great.
Marz is too young to have social media. They gotta be 13 and older, right?
Exactly. I still got 8 years.
Orachi Sasuki 7. He said Ron didn't read my super chat. L Ron. Look,
Did
check
you
it out.
struggle to say Sasuke?
Is that what that is? Sasuke? That's not Sasuke.
Isn't it Sasaki? Orichi Orochi Sasaki.
Orochi Sasaki. Well, bro, I got around to you. Anybody else who sent the super chat, my bad. Next week, we'll do our best to get around. Hold on, I'm not ending the show.
Let Ticket go, man.
Yo, I put him in a tight zoom. Put him in a tight zoom too.
Nah, man, y'all can find me on my main channel, TICKETtv. You can find me on my second channel, Pro Basketball Updates. And of course, y'all can find me here on the Player's Choice on the panel. And then, of course, our legendary show, TICKETtv versus the World. Me and Ron are going to fire that back up this year for y'all. And Instagram at TICKETtv Media. Appreciate everybody. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to this channel. And listen, I think even the people that criticize me over here, I appreciate all of you guys for coming in and just supporting this channel, because I've seen the growth of this channel, man, and I like everything that they got going on over here. So, yeah, man, y'all have a blessed new year. Y'all know what it is. Let's get it.
And we out.
Be easy.